Chapter 217. Shan Yu was sick. He had a high fever after returning from the residence of Northern Marquis. He seemed to have fallen into some kind of terrible nightmare. The young man was lying on the bed with his brows tightly knitted. Sweat slid down his forehead and his face was flushed. Shang Junlin sat by the bed, holding his hand and looking at him without blinking. The man's face was calm, and only his tightly pursed lips revealed some clues. You? Shang Junlin gently stroked the young man's messy hair. His eyes were full of worry. Where is the imperial physician? He tried his best to suppress the violence in his voice. I've already sent someone to invite him. Eunuch Meng stood aside, not daring to breathe. The other servants kneeled on the ground. No one dared to make a sound at this time. Dead silence spread in the air. The red candles were high, but the hall was cold. Shang Junlin was still wearing his pajamas. He found something wrong in the middle of the night. The person in his arms was getting warmer and warmer. When Shang Junlin woke up, he found that Shan Yu couldn't wake up and panicked. He wasn't afraid when he was bullied in the harem for the first time. He wasn't afraid when he was stained with the enemy's blood for the first time. He wasn't afraid when he was trapped by the enemy for the first time and narrowly escaped death. But at this moment, he was afraid. His body couldn't help but tremble. He thought of what Ji Wuwang said during the day. He didn't know if Shan Yu's illness was related to what happened during the day. He didn't know what he should do if it was related. In the early summer weather, he felt a piercing chill. He didn't know how long he stayed in this position, but he heard Eunuch Meng's voice. Your Majesty, the Imperial Physician is here. Because Imperial Physician Gu wasn't here, Shang Junlin called all the Imperial physicians in the Imperial Hospital. Everyone didn't know what was going on, but the servants who invited them looked anxious. Their hearts sank, especially when they walked into Yuzhong Palace and felt the low pressure around them. They faintly felt that this time it wasn't so simple. Why wasn't Imperial Physician Gu here at this time? Under the heavy bed curtains, a white, almost transparent hand stretched out. Come and take a look at him. A senior Imperial physician stepped forward and took the pulse of the owner of the arm. The pulse was very strange. The Imperial physician gradually frowned. He let go of his hand and said, I need to take a look at your condition. Shang Junlin was silent for a while. Then he wrapped Shan Yu in the quilt and carried her out. Several other Imperial physicians also came over to check Shan Yu's pulse. After the Imperial physician finished his examination, his face turned serious. Can you tell me what you have been in contact with in the past 2 days? Meng Chong, go and get it. What Shang Junlin said was the purse that was found on Shen Qingran's body. It was placed in a place where Shan Yu would not come into contact with it. No, bring the Imperial physician over. Thinking of Ji Wuwang's words, Shang Junlin changed his mind. The Imperial physicians were taken out. Shang Junlin gently placed Shan Yu back on the bed. After all this trouble, Shan Yu still showed no signs of waking up. Shang Junlin's heart sank. Less than an hour later, the Imperial physicians who had finished packing up were brought back. Is your condition related to that thing? Shang Junlin asked in a low voice. Replying to your Majesty, I can't determine if there is a definite connection between the two. As soon as he finished speaking, the atmosphere in the hall became even colder. You don't know? His words were very calm, but it made the people who heard it tremble with fear. Shang Junlin looked at the other Imperial physicians. What about you? Forgive us for not being skilled enough. In an instant, the Imperial physicians knelt on the ground. Shang Junlin lowered his eyes. If you can't cure him, Your Majesty, Eunuch Meng gathered his courage and said, why don't you ask young Master Ji? Maybe he knows something. Send someone to invite him. Shang Junlin closed his eyes to restrain his murderous intent. As for you, if you can't wake him up, you will stay in the palace for a day. As you wish. Take them to settle down. Shang Junlin waved his hand. Eunuch Meng led the Imperial physicians out of the bedchamber. Only then did they dare to breathe heavily. If Eunuch Meng hadn't interrupted them, they would have suspected that His Majesty was going to say, If you can't cure him, you will be buried with him. Thank you, Eunuch Meng, for helping us out. The leading imperial physician cupped his hands to Eunuch Meng. His Majesty is just too worried about your prince's health. I hope you won't take it to heart and try your best to treat him. Eunuch Meng's attitude was gentle. We understand. We will find a way to cure him. After Eunuch Meng led the imperial physicians away, he returned to Shang Junlin's side to serve him. At this time, even if he wanted to persuade him, he couldn't. He had seen His Majesty and His Majesty get to where they are today. He clearly knew how deep His Majesty's love for His Majesty was. If anything happened to His Majesty would definitely. Now, he could only hope that the cause of the illness could be found soon so that His Majesty could wake up soon. Time passed slowly. Eunuch Meng looked at the sky and walked to the bedside. Your Majesty, today's morning court. There will be no court today. A slightly tired voice came from the tent. Eunuch Meng bowed his head respectfully. I understand. The ministers were all stunned when they were suddenly informed that the morning court was cancelled. Shang Junlin had been on the throne for so many years and had never skipped court without a reason. It was the first time that he cancelled the morning court without saying anything. Eunuch Meng, why did you suddenly cancel the morning court today? A minister walked to Eunuch Meng and asked. I can't interfere with His Majesty's decision. No matter how the ministers tried to probe, Eunuch Meng's answer was watertight. Unable to get an answer, the ministers could only leave. Eunuch Meng sighed as he looked at the rising sun on the horizon. When he returned to the bedchamber, Ji Wuwang was already there. He took out a jade bottle and poured out a pill. Feed it to him. What is this? Shang Junlin changed into the clothes he wore during the day. Because he was going to meet Ji Wuwang, he also changed into casual clothes for Shen Yu. It's a pill that can wake him up, Ji Wuwang said concisely. He was still dressed in plain white. Although his eyes were covered with a white cloth, it didn't affect his movements. Shang Junlin looked at him deeply. This is a secret medicine of the clan. It can temporarily suppress the thing in little Yu's body. I brought it out as a precaution, but I didn't expect it to come in handy. I hope you didn't lie to me. Otherwise, if anything happens to a Yu, I won't let you and your clan off. Shang Junlin took the pill and fed it to Shen Yu. Shan Yu's illness came in a strange way. The imperial physicians were also helpless. Other than believing in this person who suddenly appeared and claimed to be Shan Yu's older brother, Shang Junlin had no other choice. Is it because of what happened yesterday? Shang Junlin hugged the sleeping youth. If it wasn't for the fact that he couldn't wake him up, anyone would think that the youth was sleeping. Yes. Ji Wuwang confirmed his thoughts. I didn't expect that I was one step too late and they succeeded. You hid a lot of things from us. Shang Junlin calmly pointed out. What's going on with the Yu's body? Why is he the only one affected? I said that the pill is only effective on a portion of the Ji family. This portion refers to the Ji family members who have been restrained. A Yu grew up in the capital. I don't believe that the Ji family can reach so far. In order to find clues about Shan Yu's mother, Shang Junlin asked the hidden dragon guards to investigate carefully. From the beginning to the end, the Ji family didn't appear around Shen Yu. If Ji Wuwang didn't jump out himself, they wouldn't have known about the Ji family's existence. Indeed, it can't be because the one who has been restrained is little Yu's mother. Ji Wuwang's tone became colder. What do you mean by restrained? A Yu's weak body isn't innate? You can think of Jie-in as a kind of medicine. Xiao Yu's weak body is related to it, but it's not necessarily related. It's because of Jie-in that Xiao Yu has been able to live until now. Since it had already happened, Ji Wuwang didn't mind telling Shang Junlin more. If restrained was harmless, the Ji family wouldn't have avoided it. When Shan Qingran's medicine and restrained take effect, the person will fall into a deep sleep. Little Yu isn't affected too much and will wake up soon. The medicine I brought can last for 4 months at most. You mean that a Yu will fall into a deep sleep after 4 months? Shang Junlin hugged Shen Yu's arm tightly. Ji Wuwang, therefore, we have to find a way to remove restrained within 4 months. Shang Junlin, tell me what you want. As long as a Yu is well, I will satisfy you. Ji Wuwang, I came here for this matter. Little Yu is my younger brother, so I will naturally save him. Also, if we want to remove restrained completely, we have to return to the family. Shang Junlin, you want to take a Yu away? Ji Wuwang, he is a member of the Ji family. Naturally, he should return to the family. Shang Junlin, I have never heard of the Ji family. Ji Wuwang, the Ji family has been isolated from the world for a long time. If we look back a few hundred years, we might be able to find some traces of the Ji family outside. Shang Junlin, I won't let you take a Yu away. Ji Wuwang, then you want to watch him fall into a deep sleep after 4 months? Shang Junlin, is a Yu's mother's death also related to restrained? Ji Wuwang, perhaps, if a person is restrained by restrained and leaves the family, he will grow weaker after reaching adulthood. It's funny that the family treats it as a sacred object and doesn't know that they are being controlled. Shang Junlin looked down at the young man in his arms. When will a Yu wake up? Within 4 hours. During this time, young Master Ji should stay in the palace. Since you are a Yu's elder brother, as a Yu's husband, you should take care of his family. Whether it was the soft method or the hard method, it was impossible for Shang Junlin to let him leave before Shan Yu woke up. After ordering eunuch Meng to take Ji Wuwang away, Shang Junlin called for the leader of the hidden dragon guards and ordered him to investigate the Ji family. Shan Yu had a very long dream. In the dream, he was immersed in a cloud that he could not see clearly. He floated with the wind and did not know who he was or what he should do. He could not see his surroundings clearly and could not hear the sounds of the outside world. It was as if someone was constantly talking beside his ear. It was noisy and he could not hear clearly. Suddenly, the fog surrounding him dispersed. Shan Yu felt that he was in a warm embrace. His hand was held by someone and placed on the side of his mouth to kiss. 4 hours are almost up. Why hasn't a Yu woken up yet? A slightly hoarse voice entered his ears. Shan Yu was confused. Wake up. Was he asleep now? Shang Junlin noticed his eyelashes fluttering almost at the same time. He stared unblinkingly at the young man in his arms and watched him slowly open his eyes. Chapter 218. A Yu is finally awake. Shang Junlin lowered his head and rubbed the young man's cheek. Did I sleep for a long time? Shan Yu tilted his head and looked at the window. Outside the window, the sun was shining brightly. Shan Yu was stunned. Is it already afternoon? Shang Junlin helped Shan Yu to sit up. A Yu slept for a long time. Don't do this again. After Shan Yu woke up, the palace servants serving in the hall breathed a sigh of relief. Mu Shi's heart also fell to the ground. Ask the imperial physician to come over and check on a Yu. Shang Junlin ordered. Yes, this slave will go now. Eunuch Meng accepted the order and left. The atmosphere in the hall gradually returned to normal. Shan Yu looked at Shang Junlin. The man had dark circles under his eyes. He reached out and touched them. Your Majesty, did you not sleep well last night? A Yu had a fever last night. I couldn't wake him up. Shang Junlin touched the young man's forehead. Fortunately, he woke up now. Do you feel uncomfortable anywhere? He didn't mention that he almost didn't sleep last night because of Shan Yu's matter. As Shan Yu woke up, his fever was also relieved. He didn't feel anything except that his body was a little sore. Shan Yu shook his head. Let's wait for the imperial physician. Mu Shi brought in clean water. Shang Junlin wiped Shan Yu's face and hands. He lowered his head and wiped very seriously. After wiping, the palace servants brought in hot porridge. Shang Junlin took the bowl and fed Shan Yu spoonful by spoonful. Shan Yu felt that Shang Junlin was treating him like a fragile porcelain doll. He pushed the man's arm. Your Majesty, let me down. Shang Junlin had been holding him in his arms since he woke up. Shan Yu didn't know how long Shang Junlin had been holding him before he woke up. Don't move. Shang Junlin took a handkerchief and carefully wiped Shan Yu's mouth. After finishing the porridge, Eunuch Meng brought the imperial physician in. Along with him was a white-robed Ji Wuwang. Why was Ji Wuwang in the palace? Shan Yu blinked in confusion. The imperial physician had already stepped forward. Because Imperial Physician Gu went to the neighboring county, the imperial physician who came to treat Shan Yu was not familiar with him. Shan Yu stretched out his hand and let the imperial physician take his pulse. After taking his pulse, the imperial physician retracted his hand. Your Highness's body is fine. You're just a little weak. Shang Junlin looked at the other imperial physicians without saying a word. After the first imperial physician left, several other imperial physicians also came forward to take Shan Yu's pulse. The conclusion they got was the same as the first imperial physician. Shang Junlin sent them away and said, "You were unconscious last night because you were affected by the medicine in Shan Qingran's hands. Ji Wuwang will be in the palace. I sent someone to invite him in. I didn't come into contact with the medicine, right?" Shan Yu thought that he wasn't affected because nothing happened at first. "I made a mistake in my judgment. I shouldn't have let him get close to you," Ji Wuwang said. Ji Wuwang repeated what Shang Junlin said to Shan Yu. After Shan Yu heard it, he fell silent. He knew that his mother's origin wasn't that simple, but he didn't expect that it would involve the Ji family and the Jie'in in his body. In his previous life, until his death, he didn't know that he had this thing on him. "You mean, I have to go to the Ji family's territory?" Shan Yu felt the pressure on his waist increase because of his words. Helpless, he asked, "Your Majesty refused, right?" "Yes, Your Majesty doesn't allow me to bring you with me. It will take at least half a month from Dehuan's capital to the Ji family's territory. You still have time to consider your choice." Shan Yu wasn't surprised that Shang Junlin didn't agree. Ji Wuwang's origin was a mystery. Everything he said was just his side of the story. No one knew how much of his words were true or false. Under such circumstances, how could Shang Junlin be at ease to hand Shan Yu over? "I have already sent the hidden dragon guards to investigate the Ji family. If what Ji Wuwang said is true, I will accompany you to the Ji family's territory," Shang Junlin said after Ji Wuwang left. This was a decision he made after thinking for a long time. No matter what, he couldn't let Shan Yu go to the Ji family's territory alone. "Your Majesty is the Emperor of Dehuan. How can you leave for me? In my heart, a Yu is more important than anything else." For the entire day, Shang Junlin didn't leave Shan Yu's side at all. If it wasn't for Shan Yu's strong protest, he would have hugged Shan Yu in his arms no matter what he did. After getting Shan Yu's protest, Shang Junlin let Shan Yu go alone. However, no matter where Shan Yu went, his gaze would follow him closely. Although Shang Junlin didn't say it, Shan Yu could only think that Shang Junlin might have been frightened this time. He consciously stayed with Shang Junlin. When Shang Junlin was reading the memorial, he would take a book and lean on him, indulging Shang Junlin's possessiveness. For several days, Shang Junlin was in this state. One day, Shan Yu woke up a little early. He found that Shang Junlin was half lying on the bed, looking at him without blinking. The room was very dark. Shan Yu couldn't tell the time. He propped himself up and was about to get up, but was stopped by Shang Junlin. "It's still early. You should sleep for a while." "What time is it now?" Shang Junlin said the time. It was indeed very early. Usually, Shan Yu would still be sleeping at this time. He lay back down and planned to sleep for a while. Suddenly, he realized that something was wrong. Shan Yu moved closer to Shang Junlin. "Why is your Majesty still in Yuzhong Palace at this time? The morning court ended so soon." Shang Junlin said, indifferently. He pulled Shan Yu back into his arms and patted his back. "Go to sleep." Shang Junlin's arms were very warm. His gentle movements also had a hypnotic effect. Shan Yu faintly felt that something was wrong. Before he could think about it, his consciousness gradually slipped into sleep. It was already 2 hours later when he was completely awake. Shang Junlin was not there, so Mu Shi helped him dress. After he woke up, his mind gradually became clear. Shen Yu narrowed his eyes and said unexpectedly, "How long has your majesty not been to the morning court?" "Since the day young master fell ill, he hasn't been to the morning court." Mu Shi answered subconsciously. After answering, her face changed slightly. You don't have to hide it for him. Since I asked, it must be something." Shan Yu deliberately asked because he knew that Shang Junlin might have ordered this matter to be sealed. If he directly asked, "Did your majesty not go to the morning court?" he probably wouldn't get the real answer. After tidying up, Shen Yu walked out of the room. "The Prime Minister came today and your majesty met him next door." Mu Shi took the initiative to explain. "Your majesty didn't go to the morning court for a few days. What was the reaction of the court?" "Because your majesty said that you were not feeling well these days, so you won't go to the morning court for the time being. All the affairs of the court are controlled by the cabinet, so everything is calm for the time being." Shen Yu knew that Shang Junlin would have his own arrangements, but he still didn't want Shang Junlin to not go to the morning court for a long time because of him. So when Shang Junlin came back, the first thing he did was to hug Shen Yu into his arms, but he was rejected. Shen Yu pressed against his chest and said directly, "Your Majesty, why didn't you go to the morning court?" Shen Yu was smart. Shang Junlin didn't expect to keep Shen Yu in the dark all the time, so he didn't panic when he was exposed. He grabbed Shen Yu's hand and said, "I'm worried about you. The Prime Minister and Fong Jun will take care of the affairs of the court. Nothing will happen if you leave me for a day or two. I'm fine now. The imperial physician also said that my body is fine. Your Majesty, please don't delay the affairs of the court because of me." The ministers of the court had many opinions about Shang Junlin not going to the morning court for a few days. "It's already the 5th day. Is your Majesty still not going to the morning court? Is your Majesty really sick? Is his illness serious?" The ministers were worried. The health of a country's emperor couldn't be trifled with. Moreover, Shang Junlin didn't have any children and didn't appoint an heir. If something really happened, the court would be in chaos. "Why don't we find a time to go to the palace and visit him?" 5 days ago, many imperial physicians were summoned to the palace overnight. They haven't left the palace yet. Can anyone give us an accurate answer? How is your Majesty's health? On the first day, when His Majesty suddenly announced that he wouldn't be going to the morning court, although the ministers privately discussed the reason, they didn't panic. Until the second day, the third day. Didn't the Prime Minister and Fong Darren receive the summons? Why don't we go and ask them? At least, we have to make sure that your Majesty is fine. After making up their minds, they visited the Prime Minister and Fong Jun. The Prime Minister and Fong Jun had seen the Emperor before, so they naturally knew that Shang Junlin was fine. They comforted the officials who came to inquire. Both the Prime Minister and Fong Darren said that he's fine. He should be fine, right? If he's fine, why doesn't your Majesty go to the morning court? Fortunately, they didn't have to worry for long. Shang Junlin resumed the morning court. Looking at the Emperor sitting on the dragon throne, who didn't change much from before, the ministers heaved a sigh of relief. Shang Junlin didn't explain why he didn't go to the morning court. The ministers also tacitly moved on from this matter. Lin County. With the addition of Imperial Physician Gu, the epidemic was effectively alleviated. Many people who were infected with the epidemic recovered after treatment. Because Lin County only allowed people to enter and not leave, outsiders didn't know the specific situation inside. Deliberately, the rumors outside became more and more outrageous. Gu Huai didn't enter Lin County. He brought people to investigate for a few days and found a few suspicious people. "Little Gu, come over here and take a look," Imperial Physician Wu said. Imperial Physician Gu put down the things at hand and walked over. "Look, his condition is starting to improve." The person in front of Imperial Physician Wu was one of the first infected people. He was also one of the people who volunteered to be a test subject. His condition was more serious than the others. After receiving treatment from Imperial Physician Gu and Imperial Physician Wu, his condition gradually improved. In this place, the same situation happened every day. The fire of hope would never be extinguished. Imperial Physician Wu more or less guessed some of the secrets, but he couldn't deny that this epidemic was the smoothest one he had ever experienced. The news of Lin County was sent back to the capital. There was a way to deal with it, and the epidemic was solved smoothly. In the end, Shan Yu's body had been affected and was much weaker than before. He also slept more than before. At first, Shang Junlin was very worried, but after the imperial physician said that it was normal, he felt a little relieved. I plan to ask Imperial Physician Gu to come back early, Shang Junlin said as he put down the memorial from Lin County. Originally, Imperial Physician Gu would stay in Lin County until this matter was completely solved. However, Shan Yu's body was in a bad condition, and Shang Junlin couldn't wait that long. Your Majesty, have you found any clues about the Ji family? Shan Yu had been flipping through the books in the library these days. Unexpectedly, he really found a book that recorded the Ji family's matters. He carried the book to the imperial study. Your Majesty, what did I find? I found a little. Part of what Ji Wuwang said was true. However, there are still no clues about the Jiein. Shang Junlin put down his pen. You also found out about the Ji family? Chapter 219. I accidentally saw some records about the Ji family. In Chen Yu's hand was a book about the records of one of the great Huan dynasty's emperors. When he first entered the palace, Chen Yu often read such books as storybooks. The book in his hand was placed in a more remote location, so it wasn't found at that time. This time, it was found by Shen Yu. Shen Yu carried the book and walked to Shang Junlin's side and put the book on the imperial desk. Shan Yu put a bookmark in the place where the records of the Ji family were recorded. The bookmark was made by Shen Yu when he was idle, and it had a faint fragrance. The bookmark was taken away, and Shen Yu pointed to a place. Your Majesty, look. The book recorded the life of an emperor of the Great Huan dynasty. This emperor was different from the other emperors of the Great Huan dynasty. Every year after he was registered, he would spend a lot of time wandering outside the palace. It could be said that he had traveled all over the Great Huan dynasty. Other than the Great Huan dynasty, he had also visited many remote places. One of them was located deep in the mountains, where there were few people. This emperor fell into the mountains while chasing prey and found that there was a small country isolated from the rest of the world. The population of this country was not large, and it had a very strange custom. The ruler was the Ji family. This emperor only lived there for 3 days before he was sent out. When he left behind the things he had on him and told the people who saved him that if they were interested, they could come to Dahuan as a guest. After the emperor left, he would think of this place from time to time. Later, he brought people to the deep mountains and wanted to enter again, but he did not succeed. Of course, in his whole life, he did not wait for the people with the token to come to Dahuan to find him. The book only recorded half a page of this matter, so Shang Junlin finished reading it quickly. If the small country mentioned in the book is the Ji family, then your mother leaving the Ji family and coming to Dahuan, could it be related to this matter? Shang Junlin lowered his head and thought. It's better to ask Ji Wuwang directly. Shan Yu had been wondering before. If his mother was from the Ji family, why did she have to come to Dahuan? As a hereditary marquis, why did Zhen Bei Ho marry a woman of unknown origin as his legal wife? What if there was someone from the royal family behind this woman? Then, no matter what her real background was, it was not strange that Duke Zhenbei would take her as his wife. Shang Junlin still had official business to attend to, so Shen Yu accompanied him for a while in the imperial study. After they were done, the two of them returned to Yuzhong Palace. The palace servant received the order to invite Ji Wuwang. When Shen Yu and Shang Junlin arrived at Yuzhong Palace, Ji Wuwang was already there. During this period of time, both sides had tried many times. Shen Yu could feel that Ji Wuwang was holding back. Whenever he talked about the key points, he would stop at a certain point and never delve too deeply. "Little you, why did you call Big Brother here?" Ji Wuwang asked when he saw the two of them. Other things aside, Ji Wuwang was very proactive when it came to recognizing his relatives. In just a few days, everyone in the palace knew that this handsome young master with a disease in his eyes was the emperor's elder brother. Because the two of them looked so similar, almost no one doubted the authenticity of his words. "We found that an emperor of the Great Huan dynasty had once visited your clan's land. He also drew a map. My mother leaving the clan's land to come to the Great Huan dynasty, is it related to this matter?" Shen Yu said while observing Ji Wuwang's expression, not missing a moment of change. "How should I say this matter? It can be said that it is related." After the Ji family went into seclusion, they almost cut off all contact with the outside world until a man who claimed to be the Great Huan dynasty's emperor accidentally broke in. He told the Ji family about the outside world and left some personal belongings in the clan. He said that if they encountered any difficulties, they could go to the Great Huan dynasty to find him. Ji Wuwang's words matched what was recorded in the book. This proved that the Ji family Ji Wuwang was the same family that the Great Huan dynasty's emperor met. "You directly admitted it. Aren't you afraid that we will bring people directly to the Ji family's land?" Shan Yu raised an eyebrow. "You won't be able to enter." Ji Wuwang's lips curved into a perfect arc. That ancestor of the Great Huan dynasty also brought people to search, right? He didn't find anything, right? Without someone to lead the way, it's impossible for outsiders to enter the clan's land. You're making me more curious. What kind of existence is the Ji family? Little you, if you're interested, follow me back and you'll know. Since the Shang family's ancestor can enter, others should be able to as well, right? Shan Yu stroked his chin and asked, "Who do you want to bring?" "You don't have to bring people to serve you. The clan will arrange it. You are my younger brother. When you reach the clan's land, you will be treated as you should." "Who said I want to bring people to serve me? What I want to ask is, can I bring His Majesty along?" When Shen Yu's voice fell, not only Ji Wuwang, but even Shang Junlin was stunned. During this period of time, they had deliberately avoided this topic because they knew that this was a problem that could not be solved for the time being. The problem with Shan Yu's body could not be ignored. Regardless of whether Ji Wuwang's words were true or false, Shang Junlin would not use Shen Yu as a stake. The only way was to take the initiative and firmly control the situation in his own hands. The most appropriate way Shang Junlin could think of was to control the Ji family so that they would not dare to do anything unnecessary. "No, you can't bring him." Ji Wuwang's first reaction was to refuse. "Why not? Actually, you should be able to feel that the trust between us is very low. Since young, I have always thought that I did not have a maternal family. But now, someone suddenly appeared and told me that he is an elder brother from my maternal family. If it were you, how much would you believe?" Shan Yu brought up this matter for the first time. "I know you don't believe me. When you return to the family with me, you will naturally understand everything. You see, this is a problem that cannot be solved. Because I don't believe you, I will not easily return to the family with you. If I don't return to the family, I will not believe you. After going around in a circle, we are back to square one. Why don't you think of a way to gain my trust first? Won't this problem be easily solved?" Shen Yu threw all the problems to Ji Wuwang to solve. He and Shang Junlin had too few clues in their hands. It was undoubtedly very difficult to verify this matter. Ji Wuwang was different. If he could find him, he must have something to prove his words. "You can think clearly before coming to find me." Ji Wuwang left with a look of deep thought. "I don't want a complicated background at all." Shen Yu fell on Shang Junlin's body and sighed. A complicated background meant endless trouble. Just by looking at it from a corner, Shen Yu could feel that the Ji family's waters were very deep. He did not want to get involved in this muddy water at all. "You, why did you say that you want me to accompany you?" Shang Junlin adjusted Shen Yu's position so that he could lie down more comfortably. "Your Majesty does not want to accompany me?" Shan Yu turned over so that he was face to face with Shang Junlin. He supported himself on the man's chest and looked into his dark eyes. Wherever you goes, I am willing to accompany you. The reason is very simple. It is because I do not want to be separated from your majesty. Shan Yu lowered his head and leaned close to the man's chest. He listened to the man's steady heartbeat, and the messy thoughts in his mind gradually calmed down. He thought that he had changed a lot in this life compared to his previous life. All of this was brought to him by Shang Junlin. He no longer had to face everything alone. No matter what happened, he could always see the man standing behind him silently when he looked back. As long as he nodded, the man would be able to shelter him from the storm. I will not let anyone take you away from me. It was a vow and also a promise. Shan Yu raised his head and moved forward. He kissed Shang Junlin's lips. Your Majesty is so good. Shang Junlin pressed the back of Shan Yu's head and deepened the kiss. Shan Yu was kissed until he was in a daze. He did not even know when he had switched positions with Shang Junlin. The man supported him with one hand and used the other to brush away the scattered black hair on his neck. You? There seemed to be a cluster of flames jumping in his dark eyes. Shan Yu raised his head and looked slightly confused. Don't leave me. His waist was tightly restrained. The kisses fell like a storm. Red plum blossoms were printed on his snow-white skin. Every kiss seemed to want to rub him into his bones. Shang Junlin sent people to find the map left behind in the palace and ordered the hidden dragon guards to follow the traces to find the hiding place of the Ji family. Shan Yu also ordered his people to find the things left behind by his mother in the Count of Zhenbei's residence. In the next few days, Ji Wuwang did not appear in front of Shan Yu. She sent the things found in the Count of Zhenbei's residence to Shan Yu. Count of Zhenbei did not dare to stop their actions. After Shan Qingran was taken away, there was no news. He did not know how the emperor would deal with Shan Qingran and the Count of Zhenbei's residence. He thought that he could use this visit to make a beautiful comeback and return with a high profile. Who would have thought that because of Shan Qingran's action, it would become the death of the Count of Zhenbei's residence? At this moment, Count of Zhenbei really resented Shan Qingran. He knew that Shan Qingran and Shan Yu did not get along, but he did not expect that Shan Qingran would do something to Shan Yu regardless of the consequences. Shan Qingran was a noble conferred by the emperor himself. Did he really want to drag the Count of Zhenbei's residence down with him? If he had known this earlier, he would have killed this unfilial son to end all troubles. Young master, Count of Zhenbei has executed concubine Ru, Shi said while packing up the things that belonged to Shan Yu's mother found in the Count of Zhenbei's residence. Shan Yu was not surprised by this result at all. Not to mention concubine Ru, if Shan Qingran was still in the residence at this time, he would most likely be executed together with concubine Ru. Shan Yu had been paying attention to the Ji family's affairs these days and forgot about Shan Qingran, the culprit that caused him to fall into a coma. Shan Yu did not need to tidy up the things himself. Mu Shi and the palace servants would sort them out. Shan Yu looked for a while and went to find Shang Junlin. You came at the right time. They asked Shan Qingran about the characteristics of the person who gave him the medicine. I have already ordered a hunt. That person should also be a member of the Ji family, right? Shen Yu asked. Other than the person who was also from the Ji family, who else would have the medicine from the Ji family to specifically target him? Yes. Shen Yu then realized that Ji Wuwang was also there. He turned to look at him. Does this count as the trouble you brought me? I will deal with this person. Ji Wuwang's voice was colder than usual. Your Majesty, why is he here? Shen Yu walked towards Shang Junlin. He came to tell me about the person who wanted to harm you. Only in the face of the person who wanted to harm Shen Yu, Shang Junlin and Ji Wuwang's attitude reached a high level of unity. There is one more thing. Little Yu, didn't you ask brother to find a way to prove his method? I thought of it. Chapter 220. How do I prove it? You should have something left behind by your mother. There is a jade token that represents the identity of the Ji clan. Ji Wuwang took out his own. It looks the same as this one. If you find it, I will be able to prove my words. Shan Yu looked at the jade token in Ji Wuwang's hand. He did see a similar one among his mother's belongings. Mu Shi, go and get it. What can a jade token prove? Shang Junlin asked. It can prove that I am related to Xiao Yu and that I don't have any bad intentions towards Xiao Yu. It took some effort to go back and forth. Fortunately, the items had been sorted in advance. It was very convenient to find them. Mu Shi came in with a jade box. Under Shan Yu's instructions, she opened the box. There was a jade token sitting quietly inside. Whether it was the texture or the pattern, it was the same as the one in Ji Wuwang's hand. This jade token was sent to the palace together with Shan Yu's mother's belongings. Before this, Shan Yu himself didn't know the secret of the jade token. Mu Shi took out the jade token and put it in Shan Yu's hand. You got it. How do you want to prove it? Ji Wuwang took the jade token calmly. When they got closer, there seemed to be some attraction between the two tokens. They kept getting closer to each other. Shang Junlin came over and frowned at the two tokens. What's going on? This jade token is a symbol of the clan's identity. I got this from my father. Only children of the same mother can get this kind of jade token. They are attracted to each other. Look. Under the gaze of several people, the surface of the jade token gradually changed. The pattern seemed to come alive and trembled. Ji Wuwang cut his fingertip and dripped blood on the jade token. The jade token that belonged to him slowly opened from the middle, revealing a space for a slip of paper. Shan Yu, this is... You can open it and see if your mother left any words for you. Shan Yu also wanted to know if his mother left him anything. He took a dagger from the side and cut his fingertip. Dark red blood seeped into the jade pendant, and the crack in the middle of the jade pendant slowly opened. There was a folded letter inside. Shan Yu took it out. He didn't open it directly, but asked, if I smash the jade tablet, can I get what's inside? No, you can only obtain it if you use the correct method to open it. If the jade tablet is broken, the things inside will be destroyed. Ji Wuwang explained. The Ji family was mysterious to begin with, so it wasn't strange for them to be able to create something like this. Shan Yu opened the letter. Due to the limitation of space, there wasn't much content in the letter. It gave a general introduction of the Ji family situation and explained that if this letter was obtained under gentle circumstances, the person who helped him obtain the letter could be trusted. After Shan Yu finished reading it, he handed the letter to Shang Junlin. Ji Wuwang's lips moved as if he wanted to stop him, but in the end, he didn't say anything. The jade pendant was separated and returned to its original state. Shan Yu held the piece in his hand and looked at it several times. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he wouldn't have realized that there was something else about this jade pendant. My mother said that the Ji family forced her to accept the seal. That's why she tried to find a way to leave the clan. If you bring me back, will they really be willing to remove the seal for me? There were many things that were briefly mentioned in the letter. The huge mystery of Ji Wuwang's origin was finally revealed at this moment. They will be willing to. The current Ji family had become Ji Wuwang's sole authority. No one dared to disobey him. It was no longer the same situation as before. Bring young Master Ji to bandage his wound. Shang Junlin ordered. A palace servant quickly led Ji Wuwang to the side and bandaged the wound on his hand. The wound on Shan Yu's hand was personally bandaged by Shang Junlin. He didn't want Shan Yu to get injured, but he couldn't stop this matter. Shan Yu had always been very concerned about his mother's origin. Now that the clue was in front of him, he couldn't stop it. It's just a small wound. It's not a big deal. Seeing the distress in Shang Junlin's eyes, Shan Yu whispered. Shang Junlin carefully applied medicine. The wound wasn't big. Even if he didn't apply medicine, it didn't continue to bleed. If it wasn't for Shang Junlin's insistence, Shan Yu felt that it wouldn't matter if he didn't treat it. The jade pendant that belonged to Shan Yu's mother was put back into the jade box and handed over to Mu Shi to Yuzhong Palace. After accompanying Shang Junlin for a while, the two returned to Yuzhong Palace. Shen Yu, before I came, what did your majesty say to Ji Wuwang? Shang Junlin, it's about the person who wants to harm you. This person is very good at hiding. The hidden dragon guards tried to find clues several times, but they couldn't catch him. Shen Yu, how does your majesty plan to deal with Shen Qingran? Shang Junlin, he hurt a Yu, so he should pay the price. What does a Yu think? Shen Yu, your majesty can do whatever you want. I believe that your majesty will seek justice for me. Shen Qingran didn't have a good time in prison. Shang Junlin specially ordered that his life couldn't be harmed or relaxed. He would be interrogated every day. De Huan's punishment was far more terrifying than he had imagined. In just a few days, he confessed everything that he should and shouldn't confess. According to his confession, he had tried to harm Shan Yu several times, but Shan Yu was lucky enough to avoid it. He also had many small tricks that wouldn't harm his life. After the confession was sorted out, it was sent to the palace by the Supreme Court. Shang Junlin flipped through the confessions one by one. He could almost imagine how little Shan Yu was like walking on thin ice in the residence of Count Bei because of Count Bei's favoritism. His heart was filled with pain. He was afraid that the young man who had bumped into him had been hurt so much in a place he couldn't see. She subconsciously ignored the fact that every time Shen Qingran's plan failed, it would make her unlucky. I don't want him to have an easy time. Do you understand? Shang Junlin's icy cold gaze landed on the official from the Supreme Court who was kneeling on the ground. I understand. The air pressure in the surroundings was very low. The official tried his best to suppress the trembling of his body and tried his best to not let his voice sound strange. You may leave. Yes, Your Majesty. After bowing his head and retreating out of the hall, the official from the Supreme Court realized that his clothes were soaked in cold sweat. They knew how much His Majesty cared about His Majesty. It was easy to imagine what would happen to this person who was sent to prison for harming His Majesty. In this world, sometimes living was more painful than dying. For Shen Qingran, death was a kind of relief. However, Shang Junlin wouldn't allow him to be released so easily. Imperial physician Gu received an imperial edict to return to the capital early. He had been living a life isolated from the world in Lin County and didn't know what had happened in the capital. Eunuch, why did His Majesty let me return to the capital early? Imperial physician Gu received the edict and was a little confused. The eunuch who came to announce the edict knew that Imperial physician Gu was valued by His Majesty because of His Majesty, so he whispered a few words. His Majesty ordered Imperial physician Gu to return because of your medical skills. His Majesty also hopes that you can return quickly. Imperial physician Gu understood. It was probably because of the matter with His Highness. When he asked for an edict to come, His Majesty refused to let him go. Fortunately, things here were on the right track. Even if he left, it would not be affected. After handing over the other physicians, Imperial physician Gu was brought out of Lin County. Can I go and tell my family? Imperial physician Gu asked as he lifted the curtain of the carriage. Imperial physician Gu, you mean to see General Gu, right? General Gu is waiting for you in front. Time was tight. There wasn't much time left for Imperial physician Gu and Gu Huai. Imperial physician Gu said a few words to Gu Huai and set off on the road back to the capital. Gu Huai stood by the roadside and watched the carriage leave. General, we caught the person. A subordinate walked over to report after seeing the carriage leave. They had been here for so many days and finally caught the real suspicious person. If Gu Huai hadn't heard the news and wanted to see Imperial physician Gu, they would have already interrogated him. Gu Huai turned around. The sooner we solve this, the sooner we can return to the capital. The journey took more than 10 days. After returning to the capital, Imperial physician Gu only had time to tidy himself up before he was summoned to the palace. You've worked hard to call Imperial physician Gu back in such a hurry. Shen Yu leaned on the soft couch and said softly. During this time, his body was getting weaker and weaker. Even with Ji Wuwang's medicine temporarily suppressing it, the effects of the withdrawal were still increasing. Why is His Majesty? With just a glance, Imperial Physician Gu knew why Shang Junlin wanted him to return to the capital. Shan Yu's face was pale. Compared to the first time he saw him, he was even weaker. It was as if he was suffering from a serious illness and his vitality was gradually draining away. Shang Junlin sat on the other side. He helped Shan Yu up and let the youth lean on him. Let's take a look at you first. Imperial Physician Gu stepped forward and took Shan Yu's pulse. His brows gradually furrowed. After a long while, he let go of his hand. His Majesty's pulse is very strange. The loss of vitality is very serious, but we can't find the cause. Imperial Physician Gu said a lot of his findings. In summary, it was similar to what the other Imperial Physician said. I'll let someone tell you the specific situation of His Majesty's body. Meng Chong, bring Imperial Physician Gu to see Ji Wuwang. Because he didn't know the reason for Shan Yu's sudden weakness, Imperial Physician Gu didn't dare to use medicine rashly. I've already made arrangements. In 2 days, we will set off for the Ji clan. Shang Junlin held Shan Yu's wrist and gently stroked it. He couldn't watch Shan Yu get weaker day by day and do nothing. In private, he talked to Ji Wuwang about whether he could remove the withdrawal for Shan Yu in the palace. Do we have to go to the Ji clan? In the empty palace, Shang Junlin's voice was indiscernible. Yes, only there can completely remove the withdrawal. I originally thought that the medicine I brought could suppress the withdrawal. I didn't expect that it could only prevent people from falling into a coma, but it couldn't stop the withdrawal from working. Moreover, because of the medicine in Shan Qingron's hands, the condition that should have appeared after little Yu became weak was triggered in advance. I know you don't want to, but time waits for no one. You must make a decision as soon as possible. I understand. Pulling away from the memories, Shang Junlin's eyes were filled with all kinds of emotions. Finally, they returned to silence. Shen Yu opened his eyes tiredly. Your Majesty will go with me. Will De Huan be okay? With the Prime Minister and the others, nothing will happen. Shang Junlin lifted Shan Yu's chin and looked into his eyes. When I just ascended the throne, I was out fighting all year round. The court was not as peaceful as it is now. Nothing happened. Don't worry. Your Majesty, when do you plan to leave? Shen Yu asked. By now, Shen Yu and Shang Junlin both knew that this trip to the Ji clan was imperative. Chapter 221. Let's wait a few more days until we catch the person who tried to harm you. We know nothing about the Ji family, so we're too passive. Indeed, Shan Yu was only physically tired, but his brain wasn't affected. He raised his hand and pushed the hand on his chin away. This Ji family is too secretive. Not to mention anything else, just that jade tablet alone, De Huan could not find anyone who could make such a precise design. After that day, Shan Yu had tried to open the jade tablet to see the structure inside, but no matter what he did, he could not open it. If he wanted to forcefully open it, the only way was to destroy it. Shan Yu was only interested in the structure inside, but he didn't intend to destroy it, so he could only give up. Even if it was secretive, if one wanted to investigate, they could still find a lot of things. The Ji family had a long history, and its most active period was in the chaotic times before De Huan was established. The Ji family acted mysteriously, and they had some skills that ordinary people couldn't explain, similar to witchcraft. While they were sought after by many, they were also feared by many. Later, something happened. The Ji family offended the public and was besieged. In that battle, many people died, and both sides suffered heavy losses. The surviving Ji family members had to escape into the mountains to recuperate. After this incident, there was almost no news about the Ji family, until the Shang family's ancestor accidentally entered the Ji family's land and stayed there for 3 days. Why was the Ji family besieged? Shan Yu put down the secret letter in his hand, puzzled. There are many different opinions about this matter. Some people think that the Ji family and a royal family at that time fell in love with the same woman, so they fought. Some people say that the Ji family secretly harmed many of the family's carefully cultivated successors. There are all kinds of opinions. Shang Junlin sat upright, consciously acting as a human pillow for Shen Yu. The Ji family saved your Shang family's ancestor, which means that they don't have much conflict with outsiders. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone out of their way to save him. A person was in the deep mountains and was injured. As long as they were ruthless and didn't care, the chances of this person surviving were very small. Shen Yu, and the mysterious ability mentioned in the letter, what is it? Shang Junlin, rumor has it that the Ji family can control people's hearts. This was one of the most important reasons why the Ji family was feared. Manipulating people's minds? Shen Yu didn't know why, but his heart skipped a beat. Was there really someone in this world who could manipulate people's minds? Because he had to go to the Ji clan, Shang Junlin had been very busy recently. He needed to hand over all kinds of things. During this period of time, the Prime Minister and other ministers who were valued by Shang Junlin had entered the imperial study more frequently than before. Shen Yu found a time when Shang Junlin was not around and went to see Ji Wuwang alone. I thought I'd never see you alone. Ji Wuwang sat in front of a stone table in the courtyard. Sunlight shone through the gaps between the leaves and branches, landing on his body. I didn't want to see you alone before because I didn't know your position. I don't want to put myself in unnecessary danger. Shen Yu walked to the man in white and sat down. Ji Wuwang said, "What do you want from me today?" Shen Yu looked at the man's calm face. "I want to know, can the Ji clan really control people's minds?" Sure enough, when you came, you gave me a big surprise. Of course not, that's something only gods can do. No matter how much power the Ji clan has, they're still just humans. Ji Wuwang's voice was cold. Who told you this? When the Ji clan traveled outside, they left a lot of rumors. Shen Yu calmly replied, "Rumors are always exaggerated. The Ji clan can't control people's minds, but they can use special methods to influence people's thoughts. It's just that the conditions to achieve it are very harsh, especially now that ancient books have been lost. Almost no one knows this method." Shen Yu keenly felt that Ji Wuwang's mood was not right, so he didn't continue the topic. "You said before that if I wasn't affected by the medicine, after the weak crown, I would gradually become weak. If I didn't solve the Jie in time, how long could I live? At most 2 years. Shen Yu was silent. In his previous life, he didn't know about the existence of the Jie, but he had lived for more than 2 years. It didn't make sense that he had the Jie in his body in this life and not in his previous life. Is there any other possibility? Unless there was a Ji clan member who used the power of their bloodline to suppress it for you before you became an adult. As for how long they could suppress it, it's hard to say. It was as if there was a fog in front of him. As long as he stretched out his hand, he would be able to see the truth of his previous life. Shan Yu recalled the events of his previous life. He was very sure that he had never heard of the Ji clan. His health had always been poor. All the doctors he had seen said that it was a congenital deficiency that couldn't be cured. So, in his previous life, who was it that suppressed the Jie in his body without him knowing? Was the love he had for Prince Yu in his previous life also influenced by external forces? Why are you asking these questions? The cold voice pulled Shen Yu back from his thoughts. He narrowed his eyes and suppressed the various emotions in them. Can these two things be done at the same time? Suppressing the Jie and other thoughts. Why are you suddenly asking this? Are you worried that I will do something? Ji Wuwang asked in return. I'm not suspecting you. I just suddenly thought of something that happened before. Someone asserted that whoever obtains the Shen clan will obtain the world. Because of this sentence, Prince Yu deliberately approached me and Shen Qing ran. Nonsense. You don't know what you're talking about. How can the world be changed because of a person's words? The person who said this probably doesn't have good intentions. Ji Wuwang suddenly thought of something and raised his voice. Your Majesty wouldn't be together with you because of this sentence, right? What are you thinking about? I'm talking about Prince Yu. He has already been executed. Who said this sentence? It was a person who called himself Zhu Wang. He seemed to have some opinions about my mother. Shan Yu told him about Zhu Wang. He suddenly thought of something. He and Shang Junlin couldn't find much information about Zhu Wang. Perhaps they could find a breakthrough from Ji Wuwang. I will investigate this matter. Zhu Wang is now locked up in prison. Do you want to see him? After Shang Junlin left the court, he didn't see Shen Yu in Yuzhong Palace. After asking the palace servants, he found out that Shan Yu had come to Ji Wuwang's place. Along the way, he just happened to hear Shen Yu's last sentence. See who? I really can't leave you for even a moment, Ji Wuwang whispered. How can the monarch of a country be so clingy? Ji Wuwang originally had a lot of opinions about this man who had kidnapped his younger brother, especially since this person was the emperor of Dahuan. He knew that the emperor had 3 palaces and 6 courtyards and countless beauties. No matter how he thought about it, such a person wasn't worthy of his younger brother. It wasn't until he found out that Shang Junlin only had Shen Yu in his harem and spread the word that he would only have Shen Yu in his life that he didn't directly run to the palace to snatch him away. After entering the palace, he found out how the two of them got along in private. After feeling Shang Junlin's actions, he reluctantly acknowledged Shang Junlin's existence. If it wasn't for the fact that Shang Junlin treated Shan Yu sincerely, he wouldn't have agreed to bring Shang Junlin back to the Dahuan. Hearing Ji Wuwang's words, Shan Yu's movement stopped. As if he hadn't heard anything, he walked towards Shang Junlin. I'm talking about Zhu Wang. This person had been locked up in the dark prison for a period of time. In the middle of it, he had tried to escape several times but failed. Later, he seemed to have given up and abandoned himself to despair. I will send someone to bring you to see him. Ji Wuwang and Shang Junlin didn't have a harmonious relationship. Hearing this, he only nodded slightly. Is you tired? With Shen Yu around, Shang Junlin didn't want to care about Ji Wuwang and walked out with Shen Yu. Eunuch Meng brought the palace servants forward. Young Master Ji, if you want to see Zhu Wang, please follow this servant. Eunuch Meng arranged for someone to bring Ji Wuwang to see Zhu Wang and return to Shang Junlin's side to serve him. Shan Yu was in good spirits today. Shang Junlin didn't directly bring him back to Yuzhong Palace. Instead, he wandered around the palace aimlessly. Yu has been worried about Lin County. Today, he received a report saying that the epidemic in Lin County has been effectively controlled. In a few days, the lockdown will be lifted. Gu Huai also sent a letter saying that he caught 2 suspicious people. They will continue to investigate. As they walked, Shang Junlin told Shen Yu about what had happened these days. Will it affect Imperial Physician Gu's early return? No. He said that when he left, the epidemic in Lin County was already under control. Moreover, this epidemic was man-made. As long as the right method is found, it will be easier to solve it. He has already told Imperial Physician Wu and the others about the cure. The scenery in the palace was very good. The two walked under the shade of the trees. The warm sunlight occasionally fell on their bodies, but it was quickly covered by the shadows of the swaying leaves. The news that Shang Junlin was leaving the palace hadn't been released yet. Before he left, there were some things that had to be resolved. The hidden dragon guards and Ji Wuwang's people worked together to find the Ji family members hiding in the capital. They were caught by Ji Wuwang's subordinates and brought to the place where Ji Wuwang stayed outside the palace. I will interrogate the traitors of the Ji family. Ji Wuwang had a smile on his face, but it gave people a cold feeling. Shan Yu had never seen such an aura from Ji Wuwang ever since he met him. You can interrogate them, but in the end, I will deal with them. Shang Junlin's tone was very cold. Okay. The two of them reached an agreement. Ji Wuwang went to deal with the people who wanted to harm Shen Yu, while Shang Junlin brought Shan Yu back to Yuzhong Palace. Your Majesty, why did your relationship with Ji Wuwang suddenly improve? There is no harm in letting him interrogate the people of the Ji family first. Your Majesty, aren't you afraid that he will deliberately hide things? Everyone inside is my people. What can he hide? Why did he agree? Because after interacting with each other for a period of time, Shang Junlin could feel that Ji Wuwang cared about Shen Yu. Without Shen Yu knowing, the two of them had secretly reached a temporary agreement. In order to eliminate all possibilities of harming Shen Yu, they were willing to shake hands and make peace. Your Majesty, are you hiding something from me? Shen Yu hooked his arm around the man's shoulder, forcing him to lower his head. I spend every day with a Yu. What can I hide from a Yu? Their gazes met, and an indescribable feeling spread around them. Shan Yu closed her eyes and kissed him slowly. Bang! The kettle fell to the ground. The little eunuch who was dozing off at the side hurriedly ran over. Which palace are you from? Why are you so clumsy? I'm sorry. This servant is new. The movement outside interrupted the charming atmosphere in the room. Shan Yu pushed Shang Junlin. His hot palm pressed against Shan Yu's skin. Shan Yu was scalded and subconsciously stepped back, but was pressed back by the man. Shang Junlin whispered in his ear, "A Yu, focus." Chapter 222. In the end, Shang Junlin's wish was not fulfilled. When the noise outside the palace was about to stop, Shan Yu asked for an audience. Eunuch Meng had just finished reprimanding the insensible palace servants when he saw Shan Yu walking over with a dignified expression. Eunuch Meng, I have an important matter to discuss with your Majesty and your Highness. Could you please pass on the message? Eunuch Meng knew that she was working for Shan Yu, so he immediately went to report. Your Majesty, your Highness, Shan Yu asks for an audience. Shan Yu pushed the man on top of her. Your Majesty, please get up. Shang Junlin got up with a dark face and tidied up Shan Yu's clothes. Let him in. Not long after, Eunuch Meng came in with Shen Yu. Shan Yu's face was still a little red, and the heat on her body had not dissipated. She looked at Shang Junlin and found that the man did not seem to be any different. Reporting to your Majesty, your Highness, this servant received an order today. This servant did not know who sent the letter, and this servant did not open the letter. Shan Yu took out the letter and presented it with both hands. Eunuch Meng took the letter from her and handed it to Shang Junlin. There was not much content in the letter. Shan Yu went to Shang Junlin's side and finished reading it with him. Her expression was a little strange. Because of the request in the letter asked Shen Yu to find a way to destroy the greenhouse that Shang Junlin built for Shen Yu. After asking Shen Yu some questions and confirming that she really did not know anything, Shen Yu signaled her to go back first. Your Majesty, what do you think? The flowers in the greenhouse that Shang Junlin built for Shen Yu were almost all found by Shang Junlin. Why would someone want to destroy the greenhouse? If they want to destroy the greenhouse, it must be because there is something in the greenhouse. But there are only all kinds of flowers and plants inside. The greenhouse had been remodeled and turned into a place for flowers and plants. There was nothing else in the huge palace except for flowers and plants. It couldn't be that these people's goal was the flowers in the greenhouse, right? Shang Junlin ordered Eunuch Meng to personally take a look at the greenhouse to make sure that there were things that they didn't know about. Is there a new palace maid coming to Yuzhong Palace recently? Shen Yu suddenly remembered the palace maid who claimed to be a new palace maid outside the hall just now. Mu Shi thought for a moment and said, I don't think so. Go and investigate the palace maid who appeared outside the palace today and said she was a new maid. Shan Yu ordered. First, it was the letter that appeared in Shan Yu's hands. Then, it was the newcomer that appeared in Yuzhong Palace. There might be some connection between the two. Eunuch Meng led his men to carefully check the greenhouse but didn't find anything extra. After a long time, he ordered the palace servants to put the flowers back. What's going on in front? Just as Ji Wuwang was about to go to Yuzhong Palace, he passed by the greenhouse and heard the sound of chaotic footsteps. Young Master Ji? Eunuch Meng heard the sound and wiped his sweat. He turned his head and said, His Majesty ordered me to check the flowers in the greenhouse. It will be done soon. Is young Master Ji looking for Gue Jun? These flowers. These flowers were all found by His Majesty for Guejun. Guejun has always liked to take care of flowers and plants. His Majesty found all kinds of flowers and plants to bring into the palace and built a greenhouse to place them. These are all things that Xiao Yu likes. Yes. Eunuch Meng knew that he was Shan Yu's older brother and said a few more words. Guejun often comes here. In the beginning, when there were few flowers, Guejun personally took care of them. It's amazing that one of the flowers here has been blooming for several months without any signs of withering. What kind of flower is so amazing? Ji Wuwang was interested. It's that one. Eunuch Meng pointed at a certain place. When he turned around and saw the white cloth covering Ji Wuwang's eyes, he paused. He almost forgot that this lord couldn't see. It's a pale yellow flower with a big bud. Eunuch Meng described the magical flower. This flower is really amazing. When it sees Guejun, it will shake. It's really amazing. Ji Wuwang's tone was calm, but no one knew what kind of huge waves were rolling under this calm surface. Listening to Eunuch Meng's description, this flower was very similar to the one he had been looking for. If young Master Ji wants to find Guejun, you can go directly to Yuzhong Palace. Ji Wuwang didn't stay any longer and went to Yuzhong Palace. He came to the palace this time to talk to Shang Junlin about the captured people. He didn't expect to meet with a pleasant surprise midway. Wu Ying, did you see it? Is that flower the one I've been looking for? The man who had been following behind Ji Wuwang said in a low voice, It looks like it. Whether it is or not, we can only find a way to get closer to see it. Why did this flower appear in the palace? No one could answer Ji Wuwang's question. When Ji Wuwang arrived at Yuzhong Palace, Shan Yu was taking an afternoon nap. The two men tacitly didn't disturb Shan Yu and chose another place to talk. When Shan Yu woke up, the two had finished talking. With Mu Shi's help, Shan Yu changed his clothes and walked out. Shang Junlin heard footsteps and looked up. When he saw Shan Yu, he got up and walked towards him. You're awake? I slept well. Shan Yu turned to look at Ji Wuwang. Young Master Ji, you're here at this time. Is there a result from the interrogation? Ji Wuwang nodded. That person has been hiding in De Huan for many years and has been looking for your mother's whereabouts. Why did he do this to me? Is it also because of my mother? Shan Yu was hugged by Shang Junlin and sat on the main seat. Ji Wuwang, yes. Shan Yu, what did my mother do to make so many people want to kill her? Ji Wuwang, because she ruined their plans and shattered their ambitions. 25 years ago, she discovered the secret of the Ji family's leader and made it public. That person secretly used a forbidden technique and failed at the most critical moment. Naturally, he hated the culprit who caused all this. Shan Yu, who was the leader at that time? Ji Wuwang. It was another branch of the Ji family. After the incident, the Ji family was taken over by my father. At that time, the Ji family was very chaotic. When the chaos was over, your mother had quietly left the clan. No one knew where she went. Shan Yu, when I was young, I was hunted down once. Those people were killed by His Majesty. Were they also members of the Ji family? If they were members of the Ji family, why didn't they come to find me later? Ji Wuwang said, after being exposed, that person should have been sentenced to death, but after he caused chaos in the clan, he disappeared from the clan. The clan has been sending people to capture him, and it was only 7 years ago that we finally caught him at the border of the Great Huan Kingdom. This time, we caught someone who escaped with him from the clan. As the former patriarch of the Ji clan, even though he had done unforgivable things, there were still many people who were loyal to him. The person who was captured this time was one of them. 7 years ago, after that person was dealt with by the Ji clan, this person went into hiding. The reason he attacked Shan Yu was to avenge the former patriarch. That person's former subordinates blamed everything on your mother. Since your mother is no longer around, this hatred was passed on to you. After saying this, Ji Wuwang thought of the flowers that Eunuch Meng had mentioned and asked, were the flowers in your greenhouse sent by him? It went without saying that he was referring to him. Why are you suddenly asking about this? Shan Yu was puzzled. When I left the clan this time, I have been looking for something. There is a flower in your greenhouse that is very similar to what I am looking for. Are you talking about the flower that has bloomed for a long time and hasn't withered? In terms of uniqueness, Shan Yu felt that no other flower could be more unique than this one. Yes. Ji Wuwang diverted some of his attention to Shang Junlin. May I ask where your majesty got this flower? This flower was sent by Prince An. I didn't get it. Shang Junlin said lightly. It was sent last year. At first, it didn't bloom. Then, one day, it suddenly bloomed. Shan Yu explained. This flower, when the time comes, bring it with you. Ji Wuwang said. He didn't say the reason, so Shan Yu didn't ask. This flower was mysterious. It wouldn't be strange if it came from the equally mysterious Ji family. After Ji Wuwang left, Shan Yu nestled in Shang Junlin's arms and suddenly thought of this. Your Majesty, do you think the real purpose of the person who wanted to destroy the greenhouse is because of this flower? Most of the flowers in the greenhouse were sent by Shang Junlin, except for the Junling sent by Imperial Physician Gu and the unknown flower sent by Prince An. It's possible. If Shan Yu doesn't do anything, that person might do something else. She came back with the results of her investigation. The palace maid's purpose was none other than the greenhouse. This time, the answer was obvious. The flowers in the greenhouse were quietly moved to other places. Except for Shang Junlin, Shan Yu, and a few people they trusted, no one else knew that 2 flowers were missing from the greenhouse. The Junling was moved to Shan Yu and Shang Junlin's palace. This flower spent the coldest period in their palace. When the weather became hot, Shang Junlin ordered people to move it away. This time, it was moved back. At the same time, security was strengthened around the greenhouse. If anyone suspicious was found, they would be arrested. The palace maid was taken away for interrogation. Unfortunately, she was only following orders and didn't know who ordered her to do this. Shan Yu also didn't have any results. At this time, she clearly realized that the original owner of this body had a big hole in her. She recalled the original owner's memories over and over again, trying to find some clues, but to no avail. Gu Huai walked out of the dungeon. His subordinate silently handed him a handkerchief. Gu Huai took it and wiped the blood off his hands. After sending Imperial Physician Gu away, Gu Huai's originally patient attitude changed drastically. He personally interrogated those who were arrested, but none of them lasted for more than a day. As the interrogation went on, Gu Huai became more and more tense. Every day, new developments were reported to Shang Junlin through the hidden dragon guards. Gu Huai caught the person who drugged Lin County and found out the source of the drug from that person. Shang Junlin ordered the hidden dragon guards to continue investigating. Gu Huai caught the culprit who caused the epidemic in Lin County and escorted him back to the capital. Your Majesty, do you want to announce the truth about Lin County to the court? Until now, the officials in the Imperial Court still didn't know that the aggressive epidemic in Lin County was a man-made one. Let's not talk about it for now. I will deal with it when I return. Shang Junlin had already arranged everything. Even if he left for a period of time, the operations of the court would not be affected. I don't know how long I will have to stay there. After being reborn, Shan Yu had been staying in the palace. Suddenly, she had to leave for a period of time. She couldn't help but feel disappointed. When a Yu is cured, we will return. Shang Junlin's gaze was gentle. Your Majesty, it's not good. Eunuch Meng walked in anxiously and knelt on the ground. The greenhouse is on fire. Shang Junlin stood up abruptly. Shan Yu also stood up. They didn't expect an accident to happen even though they had been guarding the greenhouse. Chapter 223. By the time Shan Yu and Shang Junlin arrived, the fire had already been put out. Because it was discovered in time, it did not lead to a disaster. The palace servants moved the flowers out. Shan Yu saw the pots of flowers that were originally full of vitality become wilted and felt very uncomfortable. What the hell is going on? A palace servant accidentally knocked down the candlestick. The servant answered carefully, "Meng Chong, investigate." This servant obeys. Ji Wuwang rushed over when he heard the news. His expression was very ugly. The flower room was independent of Yuzhong Palace. Moreover, the fire was stopped in time, causing not much damage. The palace servants moved the flowers to another place. Shan Yu, Shang Junlin, and Ji Wuwang went to another palace. When you said that the flower was what you were looking for, His Majesty and I kept an eye on it. We did not expect that someone would really want to touch it. After sitting down, Shan Yu was the first to speak. The palace servants served them tea and left quietly. Eunuch Meng was ordered by Shang Junlin to investigate the fire in the flower room. He did not leave any servants to serve him. This flower went missing with the previous patriarch. You said that it was sent by Prince N. Where did he get this flower? Ji Wuwang asked. He said that it was in some remote mountain. Shang Junlin did not completely believe this explanation. Now it seemed that there was a big problem. Why did Prince N give this flower to me? If Prince N knew the origin of this flower, why did he send it to the palace? What is the use of this flower? Compared to other things, Shang Junlin was more concerned about this. I ordered the flower keeper and the imperial physician to take a look at it. This flower is not poisonous and harmless to the human body. If it was poisonous, it would not have appeared here. It would have been destroyed long ago. This flower is a sacred healing item. How could it be harmful to the human body? I have been looking for it because to completely remove the seal, this flower is indispensable. It's a sacred item of the Ji clan, called the moon lotus. It needs to be cultivated with the blood of people who have received the abstinence guidance. The maturity period is 20 years, but when it will bloom and bear fruit depends on the situation. The moon lotus can cure 100 poisons in the world, and can prolong one's life. Ji Wuwang briefly introduced the characteristics of the moon lotus. Only then did Shan Yu know the name of this magical flower. With it, do we still need to go to the Ji clan's land to undo the seal on a used body? Shang Junlin was silent for a while after hearing this. Didn't you say that it can cure hundreds of poisons? Abstinence is different from ordinary poisons. Ji Wuwang refused to budge on the matter of going to the Ji clan. There's a girl who looks like me in the palace. Other than me, is there anyone else from the Ji clan who is stranded outside? At this moment, Shan Yu thought of Shan Yu. What made them wary was the letter that Shan Yu had received. Whether she's from the Ji clan or not, we'll know once we verify it. Shan Yu had been feeling uneasy these days. She had found the letter under her pillow. Later on, she had asked the people around her if anyone had entered her room. The answer she received was no one. After handing in the letter, she had a feeling that something was going to happen. Today, she had just finished tidying up and was about to return to her room when she saw the palace servants of Yuzhong Palace. She was brought to Yuzhong Palace. Other than Shan Yu and Shang Junlin, she also saw a man in white with a white cloth covering his eyes. What surprised her was that this man's appearance was too similar to Shan Yu's. Wu Ying, give it to her. Shan Yu took the item. It was a small square made of a jade-like material. There was a groove in the middle, and there were some complicated patterns around it. This is... Shan Yu was at a loss. Drip a drop of your blood in it. The palace maid beside her handed her a dagger. Shan Yu looked at Shan Yu and saw him nod at her. She gritted her teeth, picked up the dagger, and made a cut on her finger. Blood seeped out. Shan Yu adjusted her posture and let the blood drip on it. After a long while, there was no reaction. She's not related to the Ji clan, Ji Wuwang said. Ji clan? What Ji clan? Shan Yu was even more at a loss. Take Shan Yu away to bandage her wound first, Shan Yu said. The palace maid led Shan Yu away. If they're not related by blood, why do they look so similar? Shan Yu had always suspected that Shan Yu was related to him by blood. Perhaps someone deliberately chose her and sent her to you. This thing can detect the Ji clan's bloodline? Shang Junlin looked at the small square on the table curiously. Yes, it will react to the Ji clan's bloodline. If she's not a member of the Ji clan, then there won't be any reaction. After her wound was bandaged, Shan Yu was sent back. After asking the palace maid who came with her, Shan Yu found out that the greenhouse had caught fire today. Thinking of the letter that suddenly appeared under her pillow, she didn't know if there was any connection between the two. Why did it suddenly catch fire? Shan Yu suppressed her various thoughts and pretended to be curious. Eunuch Meng and the others are investigating. They said that a palace maid accidentally knocked over the candlestick. The flowers inside were Guijuan's favorite flowers. They were too careless. The palace maid's tone was full of complaints. The servants of Yuzhong Palace were all grateful to Shen Yu. The longer they stayed in the palace, the more they knew how rare it was to have such a master. That greenhouse was specially built for Guijun by the emperor. Everyone knew how much Guijun valued the flowers inside. Guijun must have suffered a lot from this disaster. Shan Yu was indeed a little upset. These flowers were found for him by Shang Junlin. Now, because of someone else's selfishness, he suffered for nothing. I don't want to let this matter go so easily. Shan Yu looked up and met Shang Junlin's eyes. Even if you didn't say anything, I wouldn't let this matter go. As long as he thought that the real target of the mastermind was the Moon Lotus, and that the Moon Lotus was necessary for Shan Yu to remove the seal, Shang Junlin couldn't suppress the tyranny in his heart. Anyone who tried to hurt Shan Yu deserved to die. Eunuch Meng knew that Shang Junlin cared about this matter, so he quickly found the person who knocked over the candlestick. Whether it was intentional or not, this person would not have a good ending. The people who might have done it were all arrested and interrogated by the people of the disciplinary department. Eunuch Meng personally took care of them, so no one dared to be careless. After the results of the interrogation came out, Eunuch Meng personally reported to Shang Junlin. The candlestick was indeed accidentally knocked over, but the candlestick had been tampered with in advance. No matter who it was, it could have been knocked over. The person who tampered with the candlestick was a little eunuch named Dongzi. He drowned the day before the greenhouse caught fire. Drowned? Shang Junlin's tone was cold. Continue to investigate. Investigate all the people he had contact with before he died. I want to know who ordered him to do this. This servant obeys. The investigation led to a dead person. Interesting. Shan Yu listened to Shang Junlin's results and sneered. You doesn't have to worry about this matter. I will definitely give you an explanation for the matter in the palace. Shan Yu believed that Shang Junlin could handle this matter. He snuggled into the man's arms. Those flowers, can they be saved? Although the fire was put out in time, the flowers nearby were still affected. Shan Yu had personally taken care of them for so long, especially since these flowers were given by Shang Junlin. He did not want to lose them because of this fire. I know you care. I have already asked the palace people to treat them. A few of the less affected flowers are no longer a big problem. The more serious ones still need to be checked. If it is really not possible, I will send you new ones. I want to see those burned flowers. I will go with you. The flower room was still being cleaned up. The flowers were placed in another palace. Seeing Shan Yu and Shang Junlin coming together, the palace people quickly saluted. No need to be so polite. The palace people led the two of them inside. Most of the flowers were in good condition. Shan Yu walked to the front of a few flowers that were in serious condition. It could be seen that the people who took care of them were very attentive. Shan Yu looked at the leaves. He was not sure if these flowers could survive. After looking around, Shan Yu was led out by Shang Junlin. Eunuch Meng was waiting outside. When he saw the two of them coming out, he quickly stepped forward. Your Majesty, I found it. Before the accident, that little eunuch suddenly had a sum of money in his hand. He asked someone to take the money out of the palace and gave it to his parents outside the palace. This servant has already arranged people to look for it. If they found the source of the money, they would be able to find the person who ordered this. In the end, the clues pointed to a concubine left behind by the late emperor. A long time ago, Shan Yu used an excuse to imprison some of the late emperor's concubines in Yuzhong Palace. Later, these people were taken away by Shang Junlin. They could not keep them locked up forever. So, they released those who did not know much and imprisoned them in the palace where they originally lived. Other than not allowing them to run around, there were not many restrictions. I thought that these people were abandoned. I did not expect that there would be a day when they would be used again. Back then, they had released them because they were sure that they didn't know much. Those who knew a little more, after they couldn't get anything out of them, they picked out a few serious crimes from what they had done and punished them accordingly. Your Majesty has cleaned up the harem several times. There are limited ways for them to do whatever they want in the palace. Those concubines who were imprisoned by Your Majesty became the only choice. The late emperor really knows how to make trouble for me. Shang Junlin sneered. Shen Yu thought about it. It seemed to be the case. Whether it was inside or outside the palace, those who were involved with the late emperor were trying to make trouble for Shang Junlin. Last time, Prince Huaiyu was involved. But now that Prince Huaiyu is dead, who else would do such a thing? Somehow, there seemed to be a thread that connected everything together. Shang Junlin narrowed his eyes. There are not many people in the Great Huan Kingdom who have the ability to do this. There is also the matter that General Gu has been investigating. Maybe the two were done by the same force. Shen Yu guessed. When Gu Huai returns, I will let him investigate together. But we don't know what that person wants to do. Your Majesty sent people to find the other half of the thing that Grand Tutor Zhang mentioned. How is the progress? He himself does not know how to get it. Many things from the national treasury were recovered. The other 200,000 soldiers, horses, and armor are still missing. Shang Junlin was not worried about this matter. Today, the Great Huan Kingdom had sufficient soldiers. The other half of the soldiers left by the late emperor could not pose too much of a threat to the Great Huan Kingdom. Your Majesty, we might as well take this opportunity to go to the Ji clan to find out what the person behind this is planning. Shan Yu felt that it was impossible for that person to not have any ulterior motives after doing so many things. This did not make sense. No matter who that person was, as long as he made a move, they would have a chance to catch his tail. What they were afraid of was that he would hide in the dark and do nothing. You wants me to be the bait? No, it's an empty bait for him to bite. Chapter 224. Shen Yu hugged Shang Junlin's neck and planted a light kiss on his lips. How can I bear to let Your Majesty be the bait? No matter who that person was, he wasn't worthy. Shang Junlin took advantage of the situation and hugged Shan Yu's waist. What does you want to do? Let them see that there is an opportunity to take advantage of, and at the same time, create an atmosphere that they already have something on them. In front of their own lives, they will always be willing to take a risk. Zhen will arrange it. Shang Junlin hugged Shen Yu and sat on the soft couch at the side. Zhu Wang, who was locked up in the dark prison, was also someone who escaped from the Ji family? Shan Yu found a comfortable position in Shang Junlin's arms with familiarity. Yes, he took him away and said that he wanted to ask about some things that happened in the past. Naturally, Ji Wuwang, who was also a member of the Ji family, knew more about how to deal with the Ji family. They had locked Zhu Wang up for so long but didn't get much useful information. Instead of wasting time, it was better to hand him over to Ji Wuwang. Shang Junlin and Ji Wuwang joined forces to uncover the Ji family's forces hidden in the capital. After dealing with this, Shang Junlin began to make arrangements to go to the Ji family's territory. Imperial physician Gu knew the specific situation of Shen Yu's body from the other imperial physicians and Ji Wuwang. Because he had been in charge of nursing Shan Yu's body, this time, Shang Junlin planned to bring him along. The weather was gradually getting hotter. Shan Yu didn't ask Shang Junlin how to deal with the former emperor and concubines. If he got something from those people, Shang Junlin would tell him. If there was nothing, there was no need to ask. After the greenhouse fire, the palace dealt with a group of palace servants. Because Shen Yu's body wasn't good, Shang Junlin didn't let him intervene in these matters. Shen Yu stayed in Yuzhong Palace every day and didn't feel the wind and rain outside. Mu Shi was instructed by Shang Junlin not to bother Shen Yu with these matters. Gu Huai brought people back to the capital. The 2 people he caught had been tortured beyond recognition. The information they got was presented to Shang Junlin. The crisis of Lin County was resolved. The imperial court finally gave the people an answer and reported this matter in the newspaper. The imperial court has announced the situation of Lin County. Everyone go and take a look. How is it? Is the situation serious? It's not that serious. I'm really relieved. The epidemic in Lin County has been brought under control. So why didn't give an explanation before? Didn't they give it now? Perhaps the imperial court has just received accurate news. Lin County is so far away from the capital. Isn't it normal for them to receive the news later? Lin is Lin's county is Lin's Yu's county is Lin's Lin. The people were very concerned about the matter of Lin County. The imperial court didn't give an explanation before, but there were all kinds of rumors outside. Do you still remember? There was a rumor that the imperial court ordered all the sick people to be burned in order to solve the epidemic in Lin County. That's why they didn't give an explanation to the public. I remember, but I didn't believe it. After the emperor ascended the throne, he didn't do such an outrageous thing. If he didn't care about the people, how could we have such a good life now? The people who spread these rumors may have something in mind. Have you forgotten that the traitor King Yu colluded with several ministers to smear His Majesty's name? Why are these people still unwilling to give up? Why don't we report this news to the government? That's feasible. Thus, the government in the capital received many anonymous letters from the people about the rumors during this period. Since the incident with King Yu, the imperial court ordered that these rumors couldn't be ignored. The government had been investigating the source and caught many people who spread the rumors maliciously. The weather was getting hotter, and Shang Junlin suggested in the imperial court that he wanted to take Shen Yu to avoid the heat. This time, he didn't go there last time, but to another palace in the south. The Prime Minister, Fong Jun, and the other important ministers were all left behind. This time, it was the emperor's personal trip. This kind of thing wasn't uncommon in Dahuan. There was once an emperor in Dahuan who liked to go out of the palace. In order to cater to his preferences, palaces were built all over Dahuan. Later emperors would occasionally go to these places to play. After Shang Junlin ascended the throne, he devoted all his attention to political affairs. In his early years, he left the palace to go to war. This was the first time he left the palace to play. Only the Prime Minister, Fong Jun, and other trusted ministers knew the inside story. They also knew that there might be some twists and turns in His Majesty's departure this time. But they couldn't persuade him. No one could stop Shang Junlin from doing what he decided to do. After the court, Shang Junlin asked the Prime Minister and others to stay. He talked for the whole afternoon in the imperial study and arranged the follow-up matters before returning to Yuzhong Palace. Yuzhong Palace was quiet. Seeing him come in, Mu Shi hurriedly stood up and bowed. "Where's Yu? Young master is sleeping in the inner room. He hasn't woken up yet." As the weather got hotter, Shen Yu became more and more sleepy. Shang Junlin knew that he had to take people to the Ji clan as soon as possible to solve the hidden danger in Shen Yu's body. Imperial physician Gu came to check Shen Yu's pulse every day and developed another medicine that could be taken according to the suppressant medicine. This medicine was used to nourish Shen Yu's body. Otherwise, it would cause irreversible damage to Shen Yu's body if Shen Yu was too weak. Ji Wuwang didn't object to taking Imperial physician Gu to the Ji clan. To him, one more person or one less person didn't make much of a difference. Shang Junlin walked into the inner room and saw the young man sleeping soundly on the soft bed. In just a few days, the young man had lost weight at a speed visible to the naked eye. His black hair stuck to his pale cheeks, making his face look even smaller. Shang Junlin slowed down his footsteps and walked over. He sat beside the soft bed and reached out to touch the young man's face. A familiar breath approached. Shen Yu moved forward and slowly opened his eyes. "Your Majesty?" Shen Yu, who had just woken up, was still a little confused. His voice was also soft. "You're awake." Shang Junlin's voice was low and gentle. "Yes." Shen Yu nodded. Shang Junlin helped him get up. "Why didn't you sleep on the bed?" While he was moving, the book slipped from his side. Shen Yu didn't care and sat up with the man's strength. "I was reading a book just now and accidentally fell asleep. I've already arranged everything. We can go to the Ji clan to solve the warning on your body." Shang Junlin brushed away the messy hair on the young man's forehead. "What did your Majesty say to the ministers?" "I said I'm going to the summer palace to play for a while. There's no big matter in the court recently. It doesn't matter whether I'm there or not." Shen Yu leaned on the man's shoulder and said in a weak voice, "Didn't the ministers object?" "There's nothing to object. The previous emperors of the Great Huan dynasty had such precedents. I'm just exercising my rights." Shang Junlin didn't disclose Shen Yu's physical condition to the public. He also didn't intend to disclose it to the public. His Yu was only temporarily ill. After he recovered, he would be the same as before and accompany him for a long time. After arranging everything in the court, Shang Junlin took Shen Yu to the summer palace. In order to deal with the ministers in the court, they also knew how to deceive the public. They would first go to the southern summer palace that Shang Junlin mentioned. After checking in, they would change their route to the Ji clan's land. The people they brought would stay in the summer palace. Shang Junlin arranged for his stand-in to stay there. They would disguise their identities and leave. Ji Wuwang brought along the captured members of the Ji clan. They didn't move together. They went their own ways and finally met at the agreed place. Then, they would go to the Ji clan's land together. Shen Yu brought along 2 pots of flowers. "I understand that you brought the moon lotus, but why did you bring the other one?" In the carriage, Shang Junlin whispered in Shen Yu's ear. Shen Yu's hot breath blew into his ear. He tilted his head and said, "I have been taking care of that flower. This time, I might as well bring it along with me." Initially, Shen Yu only intended to bring Yu Lian along. However, when he saw Jun Ling in the bedroom, he thought for a moment and brought her along as well. As for the reason, even Shen Yu himself couldn't explain it. The carriage didn't travel fast. After 10 days, they arrived at the summer palace. These days, Shen Yu was almost always in the carriage. After getting off the carriage, Shen Yu saw Feng Jun come to greet Shang Junlin. "Why did your Majesty bring official Feng here?" Shen Yu remembered that Shang Junlin didn't plan to bring anyone with him this time. "He needs to deal with some things on my behalf." Although there was a stand-in, it was inconvenient for them to spread news after they went to the Ji clan's land. With Feng Jun outside, he could deal with many things for him. What's more, the bait had been set. He had to give the person behind the scenes a chance to take the bait. The layout of the summer palace was very different from the imperial palace. It had the unique elegance of the south. There were rockery, flowing water, corridors, and pavilions. If it wasn't for other purposes this time, Shan Yu would have liked to stay here for a while. Shan Yu was led by Shang Junlin into the courtyard where they were going to stay. "Who is your Majesty's stand-in?" "I want to see." "I am already here. Why is you so greedy?" Shen Yu said helplessly, "I am just a little curious." They only stayed in the summer palace for a day. The next day, they changed into casual clothes and left the summer palace. In order to shorten the time, they chose to ride horses. After meeting up with Ji Wuwang, they went deep into the mountains under his lead. After walking in the mountains for 2 days, Ji Wuwang and his people stopped. "We are here." Shen Yu looked ahead. Other than the towering mountains, he couldn't see anything. Ji Wuwang stepped forward and placed the token in his hand on the mountain wall. Almost in an instant, the fog in the mountains dispersed, revealing a small path. The small path meandered along the mountain wall, only allowing one person to pass. After walking for about an hour, the path opened up. What appeared in front of them was a small city in the mountains. The plants were lush and the scenery was pleasant. It was hard to imagine that such a place was deep in the mountains. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, Shan Yu would have thought that such a place was in some small city in the south. The only thing that didn't match was the buildings. Almost all of them were made of stone and carved with various complicated patterns. The clothes of the people passing by were also different from De Huan. They used a lot of gauze, and their waists, arms, and other places could be vaguely seen. Some people noticed their presence and their eyes were filled with curiosity. "Follow me." Ji Wuwang led them inside. Everywhere they went, the passers-by stopped and bowed to Ji Wuwang. It could be seen that Ji Wuwang's status here was very high. They were led to one of the most prominent buildings. "I have just returned to the clan. I still have some things to deal with. You can rest here first. If there is anything you need, just tell them to do it." Shan Yu looked around. The layout of the room was very luxurious. It was decorated with all kinds of gold and jade. Many of the utensils in the room were made of huge stones. Only a few were made of wood. A maid brought clean clothes over. "Do the two guests want to wash up?" Shan Yu picked up one of the clothes. It was obvious that it wasn't De Huan's style. Chapter 225. The clothes in Shan Yu's hands were white and covered with a thin layer of gauze. It felt very soft to the touch, like cloud satin. He spread out the clothes and saw many transparent parts. Shang Junlin walked over and looked at the maid. "Don't you have any other clothes?" The maid nodded. Shan Yu put the clothes back. "Your Majesty, if you don't like it, then forget it." Shang Junlin pursed his lips. It wasn't that he didn't like it, but he didn't want other people to see Shan Yu wearing it. The maid didn't expect to encounter such a situation and was a little flustered. "I like it." Shang Junlin suddenly spoke and interrupted the maid. Shan Yu didn't seem to notice Shang Junlin's little scheme and deliberately approached him and asked, "Then why did your Majesty ask if there are any other clothes?" There was a hint of teasing in his tone and his eyes were tinged with a smile. Shang Junlin grabbed his hand that was touching his chest. "You really didn't know?" "How would I know if your Majesty didn't tell me?" Shan Yu raised his eyebrows. "Of course, it's because..." Shang Junlin lowered his head and his lips almost touched Shan Yu's earlobe. "I don't want other people to see you wearing this. You can only show it to me." His hot breath sprayed on the sensitive earlobe. In an instant, the earlobe was dyed with a layer of crimson, like a ripe fruit, bright and juicy, tempting to pluck. The seduced man unceremoniously took a bite and gently ground his teeth. This time, it wasn't just the earlobe that was red. The crimson color spread all the way to the overlapping layers of the clothes. Shan Yu's breathing was unsteady. In a trance, he seemed to hear a man's chuckle. The maid was still at the side. She lowered her head and didn't dare to look. Shan Yu didn't want this inexplicable atmosphere to continue, so he interrupted, "Does your Majesty want to wash up?" After walking all the way here, Shan Yu wanted to find a place with water to wash himself. Shang Junlin generously let go of the earlobe that had been ravaged. Due to the angle, even if the maid looked over curiously, she could not see what exactly Shang Junlin had done. She could only see the tall man whispering something into the young man's ear, making the young man blush. "It's already late. Naturally, I should wash up." The maid looked at the clothes on the tray and said awkwardly, "These clothes? Bring it along." Shang Junlin was quite curious about the clothes in this place. He was especially curious about how Shan Yu would look after wearing it. The maid carried a tray of clothes and led the way for the two of them. The bathing place was in an empty room. In the middle of the room, there was a steaming pool. Shan Yu came closer and found that it was a hot spring. After making sure that they didn't need anyone to wait on them, the maid put down the things and left. In the blink of an eye, only Shang Junlin and Shan Yu were left. Shen Yu unbuttoned his clothes and walked in. The water temperature was high. After a while, Shen Yu's skin turned red from the steam. Shang Junlin put away their clothes and slowly went into the water. He swam to Shen Yu's side and hugged the young man who was covered in red. "I'm at a Yu's service." Shen Yu leaned back as the hot water slid over his skin. "I remember that there is a similar place in the palace. I've taken a Yu there before. The place in the palace is different from here. If a Yu likes it, I'll have someone build one in the palace. You can only soak in the hot spring occasionally. It's not good for your health if you soak in it for too long." Shan Yu interrupted Shang Junlin's unrealistic idea. There was no natural hot spring in the palace. It was almost impossible to build a similar one. The two of them were close to each other and their hearts were connected. It was normal for them to have a reaction. Shen Yu felt that he was being kissed. He silently moved to the side. After soaking for half an hour, Shang Junlin carried Shen Yu out. He picked up a dry cloth and wiped the water stains on Shen Yu's body. After drying, Shen Yu put on the clothes brought by the maid. The clothes were white. His neck was exposed. His arms and other areas were covered by a layer of gauze. The bottom was a loose pair of bloomers. It tightened at the ankles, revealing his slender white ankles. It was also covered by a layer of gauze. Along with the clothes, there was a pile of jewelry. These were used as embellishments. Shang Junlin picked them up and put them on for Shen Yu. After putting on the clothes, Shang Junlin carefully looked at the young man standing in front of him. He sighed, "A Yu is really beautiful." The young man was wearing white clothes that were completely different from De Huan's clothes. His black hair was loose and his face was light pink because he had just soaked in the hot spring. It was very different from Shan Yu's usual appearance. He was like an enchantress from a foreign land. Shang Junlin's eyes darkened. He wanted to imprison such a young man in his arms. He didn't want anyone to see him. He could only smile at him and cry for him. Shan Yu was not used to such clothes. He looked sideways and then turned back to look at Shang Junlin, who was wearing the clothes he brought. He said, "Your Majesty, why don't you wear it?" "A Yu wants to see me wear it?" Shan Yu nodded with interest. "I've already worn it for Your Majesty to see. Shouldn't Your Majesty also wear it for me to see?" After saying that, Shan Yu picked up another set of clothes and handed it to Shang Junlin. Shang Junlin stared at him for a while. "I'll wear it for you after we go back to the room." Shan Yu thought about the maid waiting outside. This was someone else's territory, not the palace. Some things were inconvenient. "Then let's go back." Shang Junlin took a cloak and put it on Shen Yu. The two of them walked out together. The maid greeted them. "Dinner is ready. Where would you like to eat?" "Bring it to our room." "Yes." After they went back to the room, the maid brought the dinner. The dinner was very much to Shen Yu's taste. Shen Yu ate a little more. After he finished eating, he waved the maid away. Shang Junlin took the clothes to the inner room to change. Shen Yu was bored and sat outside to wait. After some time, he heard footsteps. Shen Yu turned around. He was stunned. He was used to Shang Junlin's noble appearance in the imperial robes. After changing into Ji She's clothes, he showed a completely different charm. Shang Junlin's clothes were dark. The style was similar to Shan Yu's. The difference was that the man's arms were completely exposed. There was no veil. Instead, they were replaced by gold and jewels. "Does a Yu like it?" "Your Majesty looks good in this." Shan Yu was not stingy with his praise. He stood up and walked towards Shang Junlin. "Now I can understand your thoughts." This was Shang Junlin. Except for himself, Shan Yu did not want anyone to see it. "What thoughts?" Shen Yu hooked his arms around the man's neck and looked down. He breathed on the man's lips. "Your Majesty, only I can see it." "A Yu, only I can see it." Shang Junlin's voice was slightly hoarse. He raised his hand and untied Shen Yu's cloak. The white cloak slipped down. Everything under the veil was faintly discernible. He put his hand on her waist and slowly rubbed it through the veil. His breath was taken away. Shan Yu raised his head and received the man's fierce kiss. When the kiss ended, Shan Yu tilted his head slightly to avoid the man's scorching breath. "When we go back, I will ask the clothing bureau to make a few sets of clothes like this." Shan Yu's body trembled slightly when he heard the man's low murmur. "Ha!" He heard the man's low laughter. It was filled with lust. His body was in an extreme state. Any touch would cause the greatest reaction. He wanted to escape, but he had lost all his strength. The veil was dazzling. Shan Yu wanted to pull it away, but the man forced his hand away. "You don't move. Take it away." Shan Yu sobbed softly. In front of his eyes was a bizarre scene. He lost track of time. Everything was shaking. His fingers curled up impatiently, wanting to grab something. The man whispered something in his ear. Shan Yu couldn't hear clearly. When he regained consciousness again, he didn't know how long it had been. Warm water was poured into his mouth. Shan Yu swallowed subconsciously. His dry throat was moistened and the discomfort lessened. He opened his eyes. Shang Junlin, who had changed back into his own clothes, was looking down at him. Seeing that he had woken up, Shang Junlin helped him sit up. "Do you feel uncomfortable?" Shan Yu carefully felt for a moment. Other than the soreness that came from everywhere, there was no other discomfort. He shook his head. After washing up, Shan Yu saw Ji Wuwang, who had come looking for him. "I have already handed the Moon Lotus to someone in the clan who can lift the Ban Ing. They need a few days to discuss the specific treatment. The doctor you brought is also involved. Someone will come over to check on Shan Yu's body later and formulate a treatment plan according to his specific condition." Shan Yu nodded. Just as Ji Wuwang said, not long after, several members of the Ji clan came to see him. Imperial Physician Gu was with them. They had already learned about Shan Yu's physical condition from Imperial Physician Gu. This time, they came to determine how deeply the Ban Ing had taken root in his body. Ji Wuwang didn't leave. Shan Yu looked at these members of the Ji clan. They didn't look young. One of them had deep wrinkles on his face and white hair. The others seemed to regard him as the leader. During the examination, he spoke. "We need some of the young master's blood." "How much?" Although Shang Junlin knew that this was a necessary process, he was still somewhat displeased. Another person took out a small transparent cup. "Fill it up." The cup was sealed. It was half a finger high and very thin. Since knowing that he was a member of the Ji clan, this wasn't the first time Shan Yu had been asked to bleed. "Where's the dagger?" He didn't have much opinion on this matter. "I'll do it." Shang Junlin picked up the dagger handed over by the members of the Ji clan. The person holding the small cup opened it and placed it under Shan Yu's wrist. Shang Junlin held Shan Yu's hand and the dagger fell. The cup was quickly filled. Imperial Physician Gu stepped forward and took out the medicine that he had already prepared for Shan Yu. Soon, the wound on Shan Yu's wrist stopped bleeding. The cup wasn't big and couldn't hold much blood. Other than the pain from the wound, Shan Yu didn't feel anything else. Feeling the hand holding him trembling slightly, Shan Yu covered it with his other hand and said softly, "It's okay, Your Majesty." Imperial Physician Gu took Shan Yu's pulse and confirmed that the blood loss didn't affect Shan Yu. Only then did Shang Junlin feel relieved. Imperial Physician Gu and the other members of the Ji clan retreated. His participation was the result of Ji Wuwang and Shang Junlin's compromise. It just so happened that he was familiar with Shan Yu's physical condition. This was something that the members of the Ji clan needed to be able to break the seal. During this time, Shan Yu wasn't idle. He wanted to know more about the Ji clan and about his mother. He wanted to inquire about the past with Shang Junlin. Ji Wuwang didn't stop him. He even found a lot of books from the Ji clan and gave them to him. During the day, Shan Yu would walk around with Shang Junlin. The Ji clan knew that they were guests brought back by the clan head, so they were very warm to them. Ji Wuwang didn't announce that Shan Yu was a member of the Ji clan. "Does you like it here?" Shang Junlin suddenly asked. Chapter 226. Your Majesty, why do you ask this? Shan Yu turned his head in surprise. I feel that you seem to like this place very much. Shang Junlin looked ahead. He would ask this question only because Shan Yu had a feeling that he was at ease living in the Ji clan during this period of time. No way. Even if I like this place, it's because your Majesty is with me. If I'm alone, it doesn't matter where I am. Shan Yu saw a stall selling snacks specially made by the Ji clan not far away. He pulled Shang Junlin over and said, Your Majesty, I want to eat that. Okay. Shang Junlin said in a pampering tone. As they walked and strolled, Shang Junlin would agree to whatever Shan Yu wanted to buy without hesitation. Here they were just themselves. They didn't have any shackles on them. At the stall selling sugar figurines, Shan Yu asked the stall owner to make 2 figurines of himself and Shang Junlin. He took one for himself and gave the other one to Shang Junlin. Your Majesty, look. Do these 2 sugar figurines look like the ones we ate before? Shan Yu was talking about the first New Year he spent in the palace. At that time, he didn't know that he would have such a relationship with Shang Junlin in the future. He asked the man to let him go out of the palace to play. Perhaps, from that time he could see some clues about some things. For example, the man's indulgence towards him. The sugar figurines were very sweet. When he took a bite, it was crisp and sweet. Very similar. They were all made according to his and Shan Yu's appearance. Naturally, they were similar. Recalling that time, Shang Junlin's eyes were also smiling. After eating the sugar figurines, the 2 continued to walk forward. Shan Yu took a fancy to the novelty. He left Shang Junlin and went to see it alone. Brother, buy a bunch of flowers. A little girl's sweet voice sounded. Shan Yu looked for the source of the voice. He saw an 8 or 9-year-old girl blocking Shang Junlin's way and persistently asking him to buy flowers. Brother, buy flowers for the person you like. The 2 of them looked at each other across the crowd. Shan Yu smiled. Who would have thought that the dignified emperor of the Great Huan Kingdom would one day be stumped by a little girl? Shan Yu stood in place with his arms crossed, watching the scene in front of him with great interest. The tall man squatted down and whispered something to the little girl. The little girl held the flowers in her hand and walked towards Shan Yu. Shang Junlin followed behind her. These are for beautiful brother. The little girl walked in front of Shan Yu and gave the flowers in her hands to Shan Yu. Why did you give it to me? It's a gift from this big brother to the beautiful big brother. I wish the 2 big brothers 100 years of bliss and love is stronger than gold. The little girl's eyes were very big, and they were filled with pure joy. Shan Yu took the flowers. Thank you. After selling the flowers, the little girl skipped away. In a nearby attic, the white-haired man sat opposite Ji Wuwang and looked down. He's very happy now. Yes, the emperor of the Great Huan Kingdom treats him very well. Ji Wuwang said. That's good too. He found his home. After going around in circles, they still ended up together. The white-haired man had a complicated look in his eyes. 2 years ago, you said that you found him and wanted him to stay in the clan. Now it seems that this place won't be able to keep him. Ji Wuwang picked up his teacup and took a sip. Now that he has found a better home, he naturally doesn't need to stay here. I don't understand. You don't need to understand. Heaven and earth are reversed. The trajectory of fate will eventually return to the right track. Cough. The white-haired man covered his mouth and coughed out blood. Why did the situation get worse after this closed-door training? Ji Wuwang looked worried. It's fine. The white-haired man waved his hand and wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. Shan Yu faintly felt that someone was looking at him. He looked back but didn't see anything. What's wrong? Shang Junlin noticed his sudden movement. Someone seems to be watching us. Shan Yu expressed his feelings. Shang Junlin held his hand. Let's go back first. The 2 returned to the place where they lived. Shan Yu didn't feel that he was being watched again. Ever since they arrived at the Ji clan's land, Shan Yu was no longer as sleepy as before. It seemed to prove Ji Wuwang's words. After returning to the room, Shan Yu asked a maid for a vase and put the flowers he brought back in it. Their days in the Ji clan's land were very comfortable. The Ji clan's library was open to Shen Yu and Shang Junlin was allowed to read it together. During this period of time, Shan Yu and Shang Junlin's understanding of the Ji clan increased a lot. In the afternoon, Shan Yu and Shang Junlin sat in the courtyard. Because the entire clan's land was in the mountains, the temperature wasn't too high. Compared to the capital, it was really like a summer palace to avoid the summer heat. Your Majesty, is there any movement outside? Shan Yu leaned in the man's arms and asked. In the Ji clan's land, it was inconvenient to communicate with the outside world, but it wasn't completely impossible. Every once in a while, the hidden dragon guards would send in news from the outside world and bring out Shang Junlin's orders at the same time. There are some movements. A Yu's guess is right. Some people can't hold it in any longer. After Shen Yu and Shang Junlin entered the clan's land, Gu Huai, who stayed outside, sped up. He already had someone in his hands, so he asked for clues and acted recklessly. As long as the person behind this wasn't a fool, he wouldn't be able to detect it. He did this to make the person behind this feel pressured. He wanted to tell them that even if they could still hide now, they wouldn't be able to hide for long. Once everything was exposed, there was only one path waiting for them. Countless examples were telling them what would happen if they went against the imperial court and Shang Junlin. The last person who did this was already beheaded and his power was uprooted. Gu Huai announced the news that he had found. The imperial court was in an uproar. They never thought that the epidemic in Lin County was caused by someone. The culprit was still locked up in prison. This matter must be reported as soon as possible and let His Majesty make a decision. More than one official thought so. After the news was sorted out, it was sent to the temporary imperial residence and Fong Jun took over. Shang Junlin already knew about this before he left. Fong Jun followed Shang Junlin's instructions and gave the imperial court a reply. Every step was going according to plan. After the news was published in the civilian newspaper, it caused a huge uproar among the people. No wonder the imperial court didn't announce it at the beginning. It's because they didn't find the culprit. How can there be such a vicious person? That's hundreds of thousands of lives. If His Majesty didn't react in time, the area affected would be even larger. Lin County might not be the only one affected. I heard that the two people who were caught were instructed by someone. I don't know who that person is. No matter who it is, they should be sentenced to death. Am I the only one who suspects that this isn't the first time? Last year in Subei, as well as the disasters that happened in other places before that, were there also the shadows of people behind them? Now that you mention it, it's very likely. Not only in the capital, but everywhere in Dahuan was talking about this matter. Although the people weren't very knowledgeable, and many of them hadn't even been to school, they knew how disgusting it was to not take human lives seriously. Master, are we going to let the people outside talk about it? The imperial court didn't intend to suppress the news at all. They allowed it to spread to every corner of Dahuan. Perhaps they wanted to spread the news to some people. What else can we do? The person who spoke had a hoarse voice. It was impossible to tell his identity or age. Think of a way to deal with those two people. Master, don't worry. They won't know anything that they shouldn't know. Our people have already infiltrated. I guarantee that they'll be dealt with before they reveal more information. That Gu Huai, I don't know where His Majesty found him. He's quite capable. Give him a little more time, and he might really be able to dig something out. He seems to be related to the Lin family. But didn't the Lin family die? No matter what relationship he has with the Lin family, this person can't be left alive. Isn't he looking for the whereabouts of the Lin family's armor? Give him some clues and lead him there. But our people haven't found the mechanism there yet. What if they get the thing after we lead him there? If he can open the mechanism, it'll be a great help to me. You don't need me to teach you how to take advantage of others, do you? I understand. Shang Junlin received news from the northern desert. Shan Yu was in the Ji family's territory. Inghua, people couldn't come in for the time being. Shan Yu's source of information came from Shang Junlin. Sometimes, he could get some information from Ji Wuwang. Shang Junlin, the civil strife in the northern desert has reached its climax. Jiang Huiqing is now in the middle of several forces. Yan Zhang has also established a relationship with one of the forces. We just need to consume some of their strength and then we can take action. Shen Yu, it'll be great if we can directly solve the problem of the northern desert this time. Except for the northern desert, other small countries were not a threat to the Dahuan kingdom. As long as the ruler of the Dahuan kingdom didn't seek death, they wouldn't be bullied by others. Shang Junlin, even if we can't do it this time, the northern desert won't become a big force in a short time. We have plenty of time to slowly wear them down. Shen Yu, indeed. After this time, the northern desert will need a lot of time to recuperate. During this time, the Dahuan kingdom can do a lot of things. Under the night sky, Shen Yu and Shang Junlin walked side by side on a path. A crescent moon hung high in the night sky, surrounded by stars. Occasionally, a cool breeze would blow, and the temperature was pleasant. The wind blew the young man's long hair, which fell into Shang Junlin's hands and slipped from his fingertips. The two of them walked along the path. Recently, Imperial Physician Gu would come every day to take Shan Yu's pulse and adjust the medicine according to his physical condition. Because the process of removing the withdrawal guide was dangerous, his body must be adjusted to the best state before it was carried out. After a period of recuperation, Shan Yu's complexion recovered a lot. Why is the withdrawal guide suppressed here? What exactly is it? Shen Yu still couldn't figure it out. He flipped through many books in the Ji family's collection, but there was almost no introduction to the withdrawal guide. When he asked Ji Wuwang, he said that it was because the withdrawal guide was a forbidden technique of the Ji family. Other than the chosen people, no one else knew about it. Even he didn't know much about it. Shang Junlin held Shen Yu's hand. The young man's body temperature was still cold. Only after holding his hand for a long time could he feel some warmth. I have already asked the hidden dragon guards to investigate. In this place, there are very few people who know about the existence of the withdrawal guide. In the end, we might have to ask the people who removed the withdrawal guide for you. I have also asked Imperial Physician Gu to find out. When there is news, he will inform us. Unknowingly, the two of them walked on a path that they had never stepped on before. When they reacted, a dark door appeared in front of them. Shen Yu stopped walking. He didn't know why, but his heart was beating faster. What is this place? They had lived here for so long, but they had never seen such a place. Creak. The door opened in front of the two of them. Since you are here, why don't the two of you come in and have a seat? A low cough came from inside the room. Chapter 227. Shen Yu looked at Shang Junlin and felt his hand being grabbed. The two of them looked at each other and stepped into the door. The room was dark, but as they walked, it gradually lit up. In front of them, a white-haired man was sitting in front of a desk, as if he had been waiting for a long time. Shan Yu looked at the man in front of him. Although he had white hair, his face looked like he was in his 20s. Only his eyes contained the vicissitudes of life, and one could tell his real age. Who are you? After Shan Yu came to the Ji clan, under the guidance of Ji Wuwang, he met many people in the clan. The features of the man in front of him were so obvious. If he had seen him before, it was impossible for him not to have any impression of him. However, this man gave him an inexplicable sense of familiarity. I'm just an inconspicuous elder. The white-haired man put down the book in his hand. Aren't you curious about the existence of Jie-in? There are many books here that can help you solve your doubts. You asked us to come just for this? Shan Yu was suspicious. You can take a look first. I believe you have verified it yourself. There are many things that you can't ask from others. The doubts in your heart can be answered in this attic. It would be a waste not to take a look at the answers that were delivered to his door. At this time, the room was even brighter. Shen Yu saw that there were bookshelves all around. This was obviously a library, but they didn't notice it on their way here. What you want to know is in the third cabinet in the second row on the left. Shen Yu pulled Shang Junlin to the place the white-haired man said. There was only one thick book here. Shen Yu picked it up and looked at it. The book was very new, and it didn't seem to have been there for a long time. After opening it, the content inside was written in the Dahuan character. There were some differences between the characters commonly used in the Ji clan and the Dahuan character. Shan Yu thought that it would take some time to read it, but he didn't expect that the characters were changed to the Dahuan character. On the other side, there were tables and chairs. Shan Yu and Shang Junlin walked over and sat down. They opened a book and started reading together. The first half of the book introduced the origin of Jie'in. It was said that the ancestor of the Ji family found a strange-looking little beast when he was gathering herbs in the mountains. He brought the little beast back to raise it. Later on, the little beast passed away. The ancestor of the Ji family used the little beast as a raw material to create a magical spell and named it Jie'in. By relying on this little beast, the Ji family's ancestor learned how to borrow the power of the gods, determine life and death with a single word, predict the future with a single word, and all kinds of abilities that did not conform to common sense. The ancestor chose the smartest woman in the clan at that time and planted a precept in her so that she could manage the affairs of the clan. Those who received the precepts would become more intelligent, and it would be easier for them to grasp the Ji family's abilities. They would also be able to ensure that they would not age. Only after each generation of people who received the precepts died would the next generation appear. The chosen one would be known as the saintess who served the gods. She would have to dedicate everything to the gods. She would not be allowed to marry or give birth to the next generation. After hundreds of years of evolution, the Ji family went from being weak to being strong. When it was at its peak, the Ji family was equivalent to a country. Nothing could escape the principle of decline after the peak of prosperity. The Ji family was the same. After its peak, it quickly fell. Because it had offended too many forces at its peak, the Ji family had to go into hibernation again. Shen Yu also found that each saintess of the Ji family would not be in office for more than 30 years. The book did not say how these saintesses died. It only said that when a saintess died, a new saintess would naturally appear and take over the position of the previous saintess. The content of the book was not long, so it did not take much time to finish reading. Shen Yu put down the book and walked in front of the white-haired man. My mother took the Jie'in and fled from the Ji family. Then, who is the current saintess of the Ji family? According to the book, there had never been a situation where two saintesses existed at the same time in the Ji family. There is no saintess in the Ji family now. The white-haired man's expression changed for a moment, but it quickly returned to being expressionless. Your mother is not here, so the family cannot choose a new saintess. Combining all the conditions, you are actually very suitable. Shen Yu quickly reacted. You mean to be the saintess, one must be under the Jie'in ? You can understand it this way. Without the saintess, the mystery of the Ji family will gradually disappear. Your mother has already left for more than 20 years. At most, in another 10 years, the mysteries of the Ji family will no longer exist. Ji Wuwang asked me to come back because he wanted me to be the saintess ? If it was not so, Shan Yu could not understand why Ji Wuwang would go through so much trouble to go to Dahuan's capital to find him. You can ask him for the answer yourself. He has no intention of harming you. As he spoke, the white-haired man covered his mouth and coughed a few times. Blood seeped out between his fingers. Are you okay? Shan Yu felt that compared to him, this person was more like a seriously ill person. Shang Junlin had been silently standing behind Shen Yu. Only when Shen Yu asked if Ji Wuwang wanted him to stay did his body slightly tense. The white-haired man took out a handkerchief and wiped away the blood with ease. I'm fine. The person that Ji Wuwang brought back once said something. Ji Wuwang said it was nonsense. I want to know if the people of your family can really predict the future. Shang Junlin suddenly spoke. Actually, the future is uncertain. Different choices will lead to different futures. The people of the Ji family can do divination, but what we can see is only one of the paths. As for what the future will be like, no one will know until the very last moment. You can treat it as real, or you can treat it as nonsense. The white-haired man seemed to be exhausted. After saying this, he showed the intention of sending them off. After the two left, Ji Wuwang walked out from the secret door. Why did you tell them this? You were willing to disregard the survival of the Ji family and agreed to remove the seal for him. What's wrong with me telling them the truth? There was one thing that they didn't say. Before Xinyu, no one had ever removed the seal alive. Why was it that after the death of the previous saintess, a new saintess could be found so quickly? Because there was only one copy of the seal. It had been preserved until now using the lives of generations of saintesses as nourishment. If one wanted to obtain extraordinary power, they had to pay a price. Now that the situation outside is stable, even without the barrier, the Ji family can still live well with the medical skills passed down. There's no need to be restrained for generations because of some unimportant things. Ji Wuwang said. If he had thought like you back then, would there be such a situation today? What about you? What kind of future did you see 2 years ago? Why did you suddenly change from stopping me to standing by my side? I saw it. Destruction and hope. In the next few days, Shan Yu didn't go out with Shang Junlin. He had to start the final preparations for removing the seal. He had to soak in the medicinal bath for 2 hours every day. The water in the tub was light green. As Shan Yu soaked in it for longer, the color of the water would gradually fade and eventually become transparent white. When he was soaking in the medicinal bath, Shang Junlin would accompany him. Shan Yu rested his arms on the edge of the tub and smiled at Shang Junlin. Your Majesty, tell me a story. Cold sweat kept oozing from his forehead. This medicinal bath was extremely stimulating to the body. When Shan Yu first soaked in it, even though the Ji family had warned him in advance, he still almost jumped out. It was too painful. It was like countless needles dipped in salt water were piercing his skin and stirring inside. Especially when he first soaked in it, Shan Yu was in so much pain that he couldn't feel anything outside. When the pain subsided, he found himself biting Shang Junlin's arm. His mouth was full of the taste of blood. He saw the heartache in the man's eyes. He saw that the man wished he could take his place. Suddenly, he didn't feel so painful. Later on, in order to divert his attention, he would talk to Shang Junlin. Although most of the time, he was listening to Shang Junlin. What does you want to hear? Shang Junlin's voice was gentle. His master tried to hide the heartache in his voice. I want to hear about your Majesty's past. Okay. The man's voice was low and gentle. As Shan Yu listened, he seemed to see the Shang Junlin of that time. The young boy who shined on the battlefield. He had never seen the Shang Junlin before. Shang Junlin was very patient. Even if the story was repeated several times, his tone didn't change at all. When it was time, he carried Shan Yu out of the tub, wrapped him up, and put him in the room next door. At this time, Shan Yu had no strength at all. He leaned on Shang Junlin and looked up at him. Your Majesty, don't frown. After tidying up Shan Yu, Shang Junlin called the people waiting outside to examine Shan Yu's body. Imperial physician Gu first took Shan Yu's pulse, then the other Ji family members. Finally, he took a drop of blood. Shan Yu lowered his eyes and looked at his fingers. There were many wounds on his fingertips. Shang Junlin held his hand. Imperial physician Gu said that the preparations are almost done. In a few days, you won't have to suffer anymore. Every time he saw Shan Yu in pain, Shang Junlin's heart felt like it was being cut by a blunt knife. At first, when Shan Yu saw his uncomfortable appearance, he wanted to ask him to go outside so that he wouldn't feel uncomfortable. However, Shang Junlin didn't agree. No matter what, he wanted to stay by Shan Yu's side. After resting for an hour, Shan Yu's strength recovered. Although the medicinal bath was uncomfortable, Shan Yu's body condition did improve a lot after the bath. Shang Junlin carried Shen Yu and basked in the sun outside the house. The two of them were whispering something when Ji Wuwang walked in from outside the courtyard. I just went to confirm it. Now, we're just waiting for the results of the moon lotus. Can the moon lotus really bear fruit? Shen Yu poked his head out of Shang Junlin's arms. Yes, its fruit is the most important ingredient. Didn't you notice that since you came to the clan, there are already small fruits under its bud? Shen Yu really didn't notice this. After coming here, the moon lotus was taken away by Ji Wuwang. He said that he wanted to study it together. Since Imperial Physician Gu was there, Shan Yu didn't ask much. I met a white-haired man that day. He told me that you brought me back because you wanted me to be the saintess. Shan Yu stared at Ji Wuwang. Is that true? Yes. Ji Wuwang didn't deny his previous thoughts. But I changed my mind later. You don't have to worry about me taking the opportunity to do something. Since I promised to remove the seal for little you, I won't go back on my words. Why did you change your mind? If you want an answer, it's because of him. Ji Wuwang looked at Shang Junlin. You'll be happier with him than staying in the clan. Back then, what my father couldn't do for your mother, I hope I can do for you. Take it as a little compensation as an elder brother. Chapter 228. I came to find you today because of another matter. I got some information from the people who were captured. It has something to do with you. Do you want to hear it? Ji Wuwang went straight to the point. Is it Zhu Wang? Shan Yu patted Shang Junlin's arm. Shang Junlin carried him up and sat down in another place. I sent people to investigate Zhu Wang. In the end, they could only find his origin in Su Bei. There was nothing earlier than that. It's normal that you couldn't find anything. Ji Wuwang sat down opposite them. He used to be a member of the Ji family and lived in the Ji clan. Naturally, you couldn't find anything earlier than that. He was also one of the clan leader's men. Shan Yu hadn't forgotten that the source of all this was the person who tried to use the forbidden technique but was disrupted by his mother. Yes, and he used to like your mother. Ji Wuwang sneered. These people are ridiculous. Once they liked her, they wanted to destroy her. After he escaped from the Ji clan, he used some unknown method to find your mother's whereabouts. However, he didn't tell his master. Instead, he wanted to threaten her. He didn't expect that even after leaving the clan, he was still no match for her. After he was defeated, he fled in a sorry state and revealed your mother's whereabouts. Did he have anything to do with my mother's death? That year, your mother died of exhaustion. In order to hide the news from you, she used the clan's forbidden technique to erase the memories of those who came in contact with her. So, there are no traces of her existence in the capital. Shen Yu pondered. Only when no one knows, you are safe. In fact, in the beginning, no one knew that the seal could be passed to the child through the mother's body. Until one year, a confidant of the clan leader accidentally saw you in the capital. He felt the seal in your body. Then, they sent people to the capital to capture you alive. Unfortunately, the people they sent were killed by an unknown force. Shan Yunian had encountered this assassination when he was young. Back then, if Shang Junlin hadn't intervened, no one knew what would have happened. Shan Yu turned to look at Shang Junlin and said softly, "Back then, it was your majesty who saved me." So that's how it is. Ji Wuwang finally understood. I've always been curious. Who has the ability to quietly eliminate such a large force and also arouse their vigilance? At first, I thought it was Northern Marquis who was secretly protecting you, but later I found out that it wasn't. It was true that Sir Zhenbei had a certain amount of power, but this power was not strong enough to threaten those people. It would not be strange if it was Shang Junlin's men who made the move. Only this man had enough power to make people tremble in fear. What else are they planning? Shan Yu didn't think that the failure of a chase would make these people stop. If the hard way doesn't work, they will use the soft way. After discovering that you have the warning mark, they try to control you to achieve their goal. The King of Yu was a chess piece that they had chosen. After gaining the king's trust, they deliberately said those words to arouse the king's interest in you. The King of Yu has always wanted my position. With such an order, how could he let it go? Thus, he began to secretly approach a Yu and Northern Marquis' concubine's son. If he succeeds, a Yu will definitely follow him. Maybe he will follow him to his fief. Once he leaves the capital, they will have less scruples if they want to make a move. Shang Junlin spoke out his guess. Shan Yu thought of his previous life when he arrived at the fief of the King of Yu. He had been sick for a long time. He thought that it was normal for him to be in poor health. Now, it seemed that this matter was a question mark. During that time, he was muddle-headed. It was hard to guarantee that the people who escaped from the Ji family didn't do anything to him. They have good intentions. They want you to work for them. Ji Wuwang recalled the scene in the dungeon. His face turned colder. The man was tied to the rack. There wasn't a single part of his body that was unharmed. Blood flowed from the corner of his eyes. He laughed wantonly. His tone was mixed with thick malice. Since she ruined our plan, isn't it appropriate for her child to pay for it? It's a pity that the King of Yu is a good-for-nothing. The situation was so advantageous for him, but he still messed it up. No wonder he couldn't defeat the current emperor of the Great Huan dynasty. What are these people trying to do? What is the motive of the clan leader who was exposed by my mother? Shan Yu's words pulled Ji Wuwang back from his thoughts. His mouth curved into a cold arc. They want to live forever. The previous holy maidens of the Ji family were able to maintain their looks. These people thought that it was because of the restraining guidance. Of course, this is the truth. At the same time, the restraining guidance will burn the life of the holy maidens as the price. These people are whimsical. They think that by consuming the heart blood of those who are under the restraining guidance, they can avoid the negative effects of the restraining guidance and achieve the effect of eternal beauty. Shen Yu only felt a chill. Shang Junlin felt that something was wrong with him. He hugged him tightly. His heart was filled with fear and uncontrollable anger. The person he couldn't bear to hurt was actually coveted by others. Can it really be achieved? Shen Yu asked. Ji Wuwang shook his head. No, but those people have already gone crazy. They believe it without a doubt. That year, your mother found out that there was something wrong with the death of the previous holy maiden. She secretly investigated and found out about this matter. You said before that my mother found out that the clan leader was using a forbidden technique. That's not wrong. The Ji family is famous for its medicine. In the Ji family's library, there are many strange prescriptions that have not been verified. These prescriptions, whether it's the method or the effect, are strange. They are all called forbidden techniques. Aren't you guys investigating Fei Meng? This medicine was first leaked out from the Ji family. However, the current Fei Meng is very different from the original one. I want to see the person you brought back. There's nothing to see. If you really want to see him, you can go after dealing with the restraining guidance in your body. Ji Wuwang was worried that those people had a backup plan that would cause harm to Shen Yu. These people had spent a lot of time and effort on restraining guidance for 10 years. They might have some hidden cards that they didn't know about. Because of Shen Yu's mother, their reputation was ruined. Now, because of Shen Yu, they were on trial. All of their hatred was focused on Shen Yu. Ji Wuwang wouldn't let Shen Yu take the risk at this time. It was rare for Shang Junlin to stand on the same side as Ji Wuwang. Clan leader Ji is right. If a Yu wants to see those people, he can go after his body recovers. Shen Yu wasn't in a hurry to see those people, so he agreed. He thought that some of the mysteries of his previous life might be solved soon. Shan Yu's days in the Ji family were as usual. No one dared to disturb them. Shang Junlin also accompanied him by his side. It felt as if they were an ordinary couple. Shang Junlin didn't need to go to court in the morning. Every day, when Shen Yu woke up, he could see him by his bedside. After washing up, the two of them would have breakfast together. Then, they would go shopping and buy some small things. If Shen Yu was interested in something, Shang Junlin would bring him to take a look. The atmosphere in the Ji family was slightly more open than De Huan. If the men and women here met someone they liked, they would directly invite them. If they were more daring, they would directly invite the guest to their home. If they were suitable, they would quickly become a couple. If they weren't, they would peacefully separate and pursue someone else. Shan Yu and Shang Junlin always went in and out together. They behaved intimately. Even if they had feelings for someone, they wouldn't tactfully approach them. On this day, Shang Junlin suddenly had something to do. Shan Yu walked out alone. His appearance was outstanding and his temperament was extraordinary. As soon as he appeared on the street, he attracted most of the attention. Shan Yu walked to a stall that sold small things. The stall had various small things carved out of wood and stone. Each of them was very lively and lifelike. When he came with Shang Junlin before, Shan Yu didn't see this stall owner. He curiously walked over. "Did you carve all these yourself?" "Yes." "If you have anything else you want, I can carve them." Shan Yu looked around and picked up a carving of a black wolf and a carving of a white cat. "How much are these two?" Before the stall owner answered, a few young men and women squeezed in. The leading woman said, "What does this young master want?" "I will pay." "No need." The woman waved her hand. "You are good looking. I am willing to give them to you. You don't have to say anything." Shen Yu didn't know whether to laugh or cry. He didn't expect that one day he would receive such treatment because of his good looks. He didn't feel any malice or other bad emotions from the woman. As the woman said, she wanted to give them to him because he was good looking. Then one. Shen Yu thought for a while and put the black wolf down. The woman paid the bill and left with her men. Shan Yu was afraid that a similar situation would happen again. He just looked around and didn't buy anything. On the way, many people tried to invite him, but they were all rejected. When Shang Junlin was here, this kind of situation didn't happen. Shan Yu felt that it was better for him to go back first. When Shang Junlin had time, he would go out with him. Shang Junlin was dealing with the letters from outside the Ji clan's territory. Every once in a while, Feng Jun would send the movements of the palace and the imperial court, as well as some reports that he had to deal with, to the clan's territory. After he was done, he would send them back. Through these letters, he could understand what was going on outside. For example, some people couldn't sit still and started to do all sorts of things to test the waters. Shang Junlin watched coldly from the side and waited for these people to jump out before getting rid of them. After dealing with all the letters, Shang Junlin put down his pen and rubbed his eyebrows. He looked around the house and didn't see anyone familiar. Suddenly, he remembered that Shan Yu went out alone today. Shang Junlin called out the hidden dragon guards and asked, "What is Gue Jun doing?" The hidden dragon guards told him what happened to Shen Yu. They followed Shan Yu mainly to protect Shen Yu's safety. After all, there were people from the Ji clan who tried to harm Shen Yu. Although Ji Wuwang killed them, no one could guarantee that there wouldn't be any accidents. The hidden dragon guards followed behind and reported to Shang Junlin. Shan Yu tacitly agreed to it. He knew that Shang Junlin was uneasy and wouldn't be so arrogant to think that the Ji clan's territory was completely safe. With the hidden dragon guards following them, they could prevent many bad things from happening. Shan Yu came back earlier than expected. When he placed his hand on the door, it was open from the inside. Then, a strong force pulled him in. He was caught off guard and was hugged. Feeling a familiar aura, Shan Yu's stiff body relaxed. "What are you doing, Your Majesty?" "A Yu is so popular." Shang Junlin used the tip of his nose to rub the neck of the person in his arms. Shan Yu paused and said ambiguously, "Your Majesty, do you know that you look like a little wife waiting for her husband to return?" Chapter 229. Little Wife. Shang Junlin hugged her in front of him. Since Ayu knows that she's alone in the boudoir, shouldn't she give her little wife some compensation? What kind of compensation does your majesty want? Shen Yu hugged Shang Junlin's neck and whispered in his ear. Is a kiss enough? Of course. Shang Junlin narrowed his eyes dangerously. Not enough. Feeling the change in his body, Shan Yu leaned forward and his lips were almost touching the man's. Is it really not enough? You can compensate a little more. Shang Junlin lowered his head and kissed the lips that were close to his mouth. Shan Yu stepped back. Since your majesty thinks that it is not enough, I will think of other ways to compensate. You can compensate a little first. We will talk about the rest after the compensation is done. Shang Junlin held the young man's back and stopped him from leaving. Shen Yu blinked and kissed him. Shang Junlin did not move, but Shen Yu took the initiative. He narrowed his eyes and looked at the man's face through the corner of his eyes. This face had stunned him at first sight. Even after so long, he was still moved when he looked at it again. The strength of the kiss kept increasing. Shen Yu enjoyed the feeling of being in control of everything. Their breaths were close. Shang Junlin was leaning against the door and Shan Yu was in front of him. The afterglow of the setting sun cast a hazy edge over them. After the kiss, Shan Yu raised his head. Is your majesty satisfied with this compensation? The two were so close that they could feel each other's breathing. Shan Yu's heart was beating very fast. Shang Junlin was not to be outdone. His deep eyes fell on Shen Yu. You can take more initiative. Shang Junlin's hand rubbed Shen Yu's waist suggestively. What kind of initiative does your majesty want? Shang Junlin leaned close to Shan Yu's ear and whispered a few words, which successfully made the young man's already flushed cheeks redder, and the redness continued to spread downwards. Then, Shan Yu pretended to be hesitant. It's agreed that His Majesty can't be touched. Sure. You will take the initiative later. Shang Junlin's voice became hoarse, and his tone was filled with lust. It turned out that doing everything by herself was too tiring. Shen Yu sat on the man's body and didn't want to move. Didn't you say that everything will be under Yu's control? Is Yu tired? Shang Junlin's voice sounded with a hint of laughter. His voice was much deeper than usual, and when it entered her ears, it made her feel a tingling sensation. Shen Yu separated his knees and knelt on both sides of the man. He wanted to cover his face. He was really tired. His whole body's strength was almost exhausted, but he couldn't move up or down, and couldn't touch anything. However, the man kept his promise and didn't move. Shen Yu glared at him several times, but he just looked at him dotingly. Well, there was even a hint of encouragement in his eyes. The young man's clothes hung down and moved up and down with his master's movements. The corners of his eyes seemed to be smeared with rouge, dark red and attractive. His eyes were misty, and he occasionally whispered. It was as if he was scolding a man who didn't know how to exert himself. In the end, Shan Yu was exhausted, and the man helplessly and dotingly took over. Your Majesty should be satisfied this time, right? Even if he wasn't satisfied, Shan Yu didn't have the strength to do anything. Fortunately, the man gave a positive answer. I am satisfied. Shang Junlin's voice was hoarse. If you are satisfied, shouldn't your Majesty let go of me? Shan Yu moved his body, and his eyes fell on the man's arm around his waist. Upon hearing this, Shang Junlin slightly loosened his arm, but he didn't really let go of Shen Yu. He just made more space between his arms. Shan Yu didn't insist on getting up and leaving. He leaned on the man's shoulder and slowly calmed his breathing. Your Majesty knows what happened to me outside? It's better to go out with your Majesty. No one will disturb us. Without waiting for Shang Junlin to answer, Shan Yu sighed with emotion. Speaking of this, Shang Junlin's jealousy, which had been suppressed with great difficulty, surged again. He always knew that Shan Yu was very popular. When the two of them went out together, in places where Shan Yu didn't notice, he used his eyes to stop many people who tried to talk to them. It wasn't that no one came forward, but that he noticed them in advance and stopped them. Naturally, he wouldn't say these words to Shan Yu. He stroked Shan Yu's long hair and said, "I will spare some time in the future to accompany you." Shan Yu remembered the reason why he went out alone this time, and looked around. "Your Majesty, have you finished dealing with your affairs?" Shang Junlin hugged Shan Yu's waist and pulled him into his arms. "The Prime Minister and Fong Jun can deal with the affairs of the Imperial Court. I just need to take a look. Did anything major happen in the Imperial Court?" Counting the days, they had been out for more than 20 days. "No, but Gu Huai made a big discovery." Shang Junlin stood up with Shen Yu in his arms, walked to the clean soft couch, and sat down. The soft couch in the room was very similar to the one Shan Yu had in the Imperial Palace. It was specially arranged by Ji Wuwang. It was probably made according to Shan Yu's preferences. The other appliances were also made to fit Shan Yu's living habits as much as possible. General Gu found a new clue about Fei Meng. This was the first thing Shan Yu thought of. "It's another matter. Do you remember what Grand Tutor Zheng said before? The previous emperor left behind a batch of battle armor. Gu Huai found the whereabouts of this batch of battle armor and has already led people to look for it." Even when De Huan was at its most prosperous, it wasn't easy to mass-produce battle armor. Because the Lin family had protected the country for generations, in addition to having an elite army, they also had a batch of expensive battle armor. It was just that the whereabouts of this batch of battle armor were unknown following the fall of the Lin family. If Grand Tutor Zheng's words were true, this batch of battle armor was in the hands of the previous emperor, and the extermination of the Lin family couldn't be unrelated to the previous emperor. It doesn't feel normal to suddenly have news of their whereabouts at this time. Shen Yu knew that Shang Junlin had always sent people to search for the whereabouts of these things. It didn't make sense that they couldn't find any news before, but now the news came to their doorstep. Shang Junlin, the mastermind behind this, might want to take advantage of this opportunity to do something, but Gu Huai wasn't completely unprepared. The remaining 200,000 or so soldiers might include the old subordinates of the Lin family. "I gave the Lin family's military seal to Gu Huai in case of an emergency." Shen Yu, back then, the Lin family had so many soldiers under their command. Other than the ones that got into trouble with the Lin family, what about the rest? Shang Junlin, the ones that got into trouble with the Lin family were the most direct descendants of the Lin family. This is one of the reasons why the people left behind by the Lin family in the capital couldn't resist at all. Some of the remaining people were merged into other armies, and some of them are still missing. Your Majesty suspects that these people were detained by the previous emperor? It wasn't impossible. Otherwise, where did the previous emperor's 500,000 soldiers come from? When Gu Huai investigates, we'll know the result. Shang Junlin called for hot water. The two of them washed up, and the sky was already dark. After Gu Huai received Shang Junlin's reply, he led people to follow the clues to find the missing armor. He got the clue by chance. After searching for so long, he still couldn't find it. Suddenly, it appeared at this moment. Even if the disguise was very good, Gu Huai knew that there was someone behind this. "General, it's just in front." Gu Huai retracted his thoughts and looked ahead. In the endless mountain range, there were few signs of human habitation. Besides them, there seemed to be no one else around. Gu Huai raised his hand and gestured for them to move. The group of people quietly walked into the deep mountain. According to the map, they went around a winding path, and what appeared in front of them was a stone door embedded into the stone wall. No wonder we couldn't find it before. It was hidden in such a deep place. A soldier sighed. "General, what should we do next?" The stone door in front of them was about the height of 3 people. It would be difficult to open it without strength. There were some patterns carved on the stone door. They felt that these patterns were familiar, but they couldn't remember where they had seen them. Gu Huai looked at the patterns on the stone door. His eyes were filled with an indescribable emotion. This was the pattern on the Lin clan's emblem. Gu Huai could forget anything but this. There was a groove on the stone door. Gu Huai dismounted, walked to the stone door, and placed the Lin clan's military seal that Shang Junlin had given him. The size was just right. Rumble. After a loud noise, the stone door that had been sealed for more than a decade slowly opened. Gu Huai led people in. On the other side. How's the progress? Master, they've already gone in. They're still young and not cautious enough. Since the fish have taken the bait, tell the people over there to act according to the situation. Yes. A silent massacre was brewing in the dark. Who was the hunter and who was the prey? Until the end, who could guess? Shan Yu rested for a night. When he heard Ji Wuwang say that the moon lotus had borne fruit, he dragged Shang Junlin to take a look. The moon lotus was raised alone in a large hole. According to Ji Wuwang, this was the sacred place of the Ji clan. It was also where the moon lotus originally lived. When Shen Yu and Shang Junlin walked in side by side, they immediately saw the moon lotus bathed in sunlight. Under the sunlight, the entire flower seemed to be glowing. In the middle of the huge flower bud, there was a small fruit sleeping quietly. Shen Yu approached and looked at the round ball in the flower. Is this the fruit of the moon lotus? Yes. How long will it bloom? Shen Yu originally thought that the flower would wither when it bore fruit. However, the flower in front of him was full of vitality and showed no signs of withering at all. It can take as long as it takes. The fruit in the flower is the essence of the flower. When the fruit ripens, it will naturally fall. Those people said that the time is almost up. This meant that the warning in Shan Yu's body could be removed soon. As Shen Yu approached, one of the leaves of the moon lotus bent towards Shen Yu. Although Shan Yu was talking to Ji Wuwang, he still noticed it. He pointed at the flower and asked, "Is it conscious?" "How is that possible?" Ji Wuwang chuckled. "It seems to like being close to me." Shan Yu told him what had happened in the palace. Because of the warning in your body, the two interact. As long as you get close, it will unconsciously lean towards you and act very close to you, Ji Wuwang explained. So that's how it is. Shan Yu continued to look at the flower in front of him. It was different from the palace. Here, the moon lotus was planted in the water. The water was silvery white. Ji Wuwang said that this was a special nutrient that could promote the moon lotus to bear fruit. Under the sunlight, the water was sparkling. Suddenly, a black shadow dashed out from who knows where and headed straight for Chen Yu. Shang Junlin quickly pulled Shen Yu into his arms. At the same time, Ji Wuwang made his move. As soon as the black shadow approached, it was restrained. It was a child in his teens. He looked at Shen Yu with eyes full of hatred. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.